Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night Fistivities. KB here with you. So another edition, and welcome everybody. Let's see, I'll give you guys a second to come on here. Hopefully I wasn't late. I know I got like 5 clocks. Everybody's got like 5 clocks, right? And we don't know which one is set to the right time. So let me turn up the volume. Let me try to get everything set here. Anyway, it's Tuesday. We're back to our regular Tuesday Night Festivities, which is where we want to really do this. So all right, let me get the roll call going. Let me shout out, what up Crash Andrew Coot? What up Spoonie? What up Fitch Duke? What up Steve-O Lad? What up Jack the Ricker? What up Josh Herbold Reports? Thank you for saying that I rock. I try. I really try. What up Universal Human? What about Mystic Black MMA? What up Miranda? Well, you know, I buy myself the flowers, to be honest with you. It's one of those things, if you guys see my posts, I always say that. Don't forget to buy yourself some flowers, because it's important. And flowers make you happy. What up, Mystic Black California 8000? Hey, Mom. Tell them ex Renato sent you. I love it. Okay, so, thank you, Cameron, for the comment. So listen, we are going to have on tonight, of course, Renato in whatever, Renato time. Let's see. No, yep, still not here. Brazilian time. But we are going to have on tonight my girl Angela Hill. So those who don't know, we do a podcast together called What Had Happened Was. We put a new one out yesterday. And we talked all about UFC 266 and everything. So Angie obviously is a UFC strawweight. We have a lot of fun. And we're also going to have Uriah Hall on. So we're going to have Uriah on. And Uriah's Jamaican. I'm half Jamaican. My mom is Jamaican. So we'll get into some of that. I don't know how well, so here's the thing. I don't know how well Renato and Uriah know each other. If you saw my post, I said it could be the last time Uriah takes my call. I'm being 100% honest. Like, he may never, ever want to hear from me again after this. But we shall see. Okay, what up, Mojo Boy? What up, Debra, bro, whatever. What up, Jay Guard? Yeah, you're not just primping. Exactly. You would think, that's the thing that people don't understand, is that we women, we get the bad rap as being high maintenance and that kind of thing. And you saw who was here on time, right? Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, I do think we will probably end up talking about UFC 266. It was pretty incredible. In terms of pop culture things, I have a feeling Renato has a take on the R. Kelly situation. So we will most likely get into that as well. And just kind of some other general things. I don't know, for those of you who don't know, this red bag means we're going to play no wrong answers as well with Uriah. Well, I'll ask him a few random questions and we'll see what kind of answers we get. It's kind of a nice icebreaker because I feel like a lot of us know him, but then at the same time, you kind of don't know him, right? So these are the things that's going to be happening on the show tonight. Bryce, yeah, Uncle Hanach, I think he's here. Yes, MF Darren. I think Egyptian Cinnamon might be ready to... Oh, hi. Hello, Hanach. Welcome.
Oh, look at that. God, you look... Wow, look at myself. Oh. Sometimes I forget I'm looking at myself. Like, I go like, who's this? You know, like... I never thought of myself as to be a homosexual or whatever, or bisexual or curious, whatever. But then sometimes I don't know, because I see myself in the mirror. I go, who's that fucking guy? You know, like, I want to even talk to that one. Is it gay if I'm in love to myself? Like, if I want to have sex relation with myself?
Well, I mean, there is a word for relations with yourself.
What that's called?
I'm not going to say that word.
No, I'm not talking about masturbation. I'm talking about... like actual relationship, like if I'm in love romantically with myself.
Narcissism?
Oh God, you know, yeah.
I don't know if there's a word. Maybe.
You know, I was trying to be serious here for a sec, but I see that. You know what? I see that you're not open to. You know, they have LBGT, GQ, GQFG, elemental P, but then the second
plus questioning.
Whatever.
Yes, there's a.
But the second I want to find out about a relationship that's maybe outside the box, maybe a relationship to myself, all of a sudden I'm a narcissist and it's a disorder of the brain. But whatever.
Self-love is important, though. You're right, Renato. I'm sorry. Actually, let me take this second to apologize to you, because maybe I misunderstood, and you're 100% right. That listen, Megan Thee Stallion, I believe the same thing where she's like, when she walks, what is that line? Like, damn, I don't brag enough. Like, I hear you.
Yeah, she's looking at that cheeks back there. But you know what? Listen, you know, coming from someone who just was brag about how they buy themselves flowers, you know, and then you're giving me a hard time to be just, you
You're
know, to
right.
be attracted to
You're
myself.
right.
Carajo. It's the cat calling the cattle African American.
You're right.
You know, so
I'm sorry, Renato. You're right. You're absolutely right. I did say self-love, buy yourself, treat yourself nice, and then I accosted you for doing the same thing. So I do.
yeah, but you know what? I've been through that my whole life, Ipoha. You know, I've always been misunderstood. But you know, so I'm here. We got off on the hung foot here. You attacked
Yeah.
my sexuality.
Yeah. Let's start over.
But let's hear wine. What's going on? It's been a crazy weekend, huh?
It has been a crazy weekend. Today was actually a great day. I caught up with an old friend of mine who I used to know when I worked in the music business and stuff like that. So,
A female or a male?
Male.
Oh, I'm not interested. Next question.
Okay. But you're right. There was a big weekend, big fights. I'm actually curious, you know, Renato, with you being, is it 27-time champ, right?
Yeah, that's a 27. But who's counting for her at this point?
Well, I just want to make sure I get it right. But I wanted to actually get your take on Brian Ortega and Alexander Volkanovski because we are, and I should say to people, we are going to have Uriah Hall and Angela Hill, and so Angie's going to come first, and she'll probably be in a couple few minutes, and then we'll be hearing from Uriah. But I am curious because you are such a jiu-jitsu specialist. Brian Ortega, T-City, came very, very close to being the champion in the round 3. Sank a couple of chokes that Alex even admitted were very, very deep, and I'm curious what your take is.
Yeah, you know, first of all, I want to say that no matter what happened on that one, look, we talked about this before the fight.
Yeah.
I'm a friend and mentor of Ortega, you know. I know him since he was young, before he was black belt, you know.
Before the Gracies? Because I thought he
no. I'm saying, you know, I used to visit over there. I've done some seminar over there, and he was just a young, you know, stars in his eyes. He sees the Uncle Henach, you know, and I tousled the hair, you know, and he's looking at me with those baby blue, you know.
Very nice eyes.
Yeah. Check it easy over here, okay?
I think I'm not the first person to acknowledge that Brian Ortega is a good-looking guy.
Listen, we don't have to objectify this guy. You know, he's not just a piece of meat. He's also a challenger fighter, and he's also a human being, okay? So, you know, so I was biased in this one, even though I like Volkanovski. But, you know, when I saw the fight... so, anyway, let me preface that. Now, either way, I thought it was a great fight from both the individual. One of the tough fight, one of the one we're never gonna forget. You know, we're gonna go back to that one. One stuff that I want to say, not to take away nothing from Volkanovski because he did a great job. I would love to have saw that fight if the fucking headbutt never happened.
I know.
I'm not saying that he might not have won anyway, but before that happened, it was much more back and forth. And as soon as that shit happened, not only did it look like it crushed something in his fucking nose, broken or orbit or whatever they were saying. Also, that make it hard to breathe, and then you're swallowing blood and shit like that. On top of that, it looked like he was on Queer Street after that one. He was stumbling around.
Yep.
The whole complexion of the fight changed after that. Even with the exciting submission of champs and the war we got and every stuff like that, but I wish we could have. But that's the way the cookie is crumbled, you know. That's the way it happened. Sometimes, you know, it could have went the other way. It could have happened, you know.
It's tough too because and I agree. And the thing that's so tough too is, you know, that's the second title fight for Brian. The second time where he shows us so much heart. I mean, you know,
but we don't want that too many of the hearts because
that's what I'm saying.
After a while,
if I'm honest with you, Renato, which I do try to be honest with you all the time, there were points in this fight where I was like, I'm okay if they stop it.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those stuffs where I knew I didn't want him to stop because the fighting spirit of a kid like that, you know,
I don't want it stopped for his sake, but at the same time,
But if I'm his mom, I want to stop, you know. But for him, look, for his health, I want to stop. But for his, he would have never forgave. You know how Apollo said, "Don't you stop this one?" You know, Apollo Creech. look, he wants to win out on his shield. You know, it's one of those stuffs. I don't know. It's a dangerous fucking business. You know what I'm gonna say about that. But I do love that he was put those submission on there and made it interesting because it gave a lot of drama to that one. You know, and even your boy Volkanovski was acknowledged that in the thing. You know, they said, was it close? And he's like, Mike, I was fucking giggling. I was giggling, Mike. Almost had to fucking give up my belt. I was fucking giggling. I was making noises like, hey, I was going like this. I thought I was back at fucking, what's the bloody Bojangles, mate? I was at fucking Bojangles having a bloody Marsola and Coke. It was very, very tight. Mate, it was very, very tight. But I fucking persevered. I was fucking in the fight. And that's what I do. I'm a bloody champion. From fucking, what do you call the place you train at? You have like a
city kickboxing.
Yeah, I'm from bloody city kickboxing, mate. Okay. So it was like that. And then he acknowledged that one. I wish that I had to felt for Ortega, you know. I just felt for the guy.
It was tough, you know? but I
one thing
this.
I want to. Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, no, just forget what I'm talking about. You know, I'm just the 27-time world champ over here. Well, who cares? My true son. So, one thing that's important for that, which I was very happy about, is you know, great-looking guys like myself. You know, a pretty boy. You know, some ones who they call a beautiful man. They a lot of times say we don't have hearts, we're not tough. I like for all extremely attractive male, he showed that we can be tough too, you know. No matter how light brown, baby brown my eyes are, no matter how it's light my skin, I'm still, no matter the dimple, look. Even the dimple, I'm still tough. I don't have nothing to affect my heart.
I feel that Brian showed that Brian is tough.
Well, you know, that's half one doesn't have one. That's also in the two, and also of the other one. So you can come see and also come saw.
I'm not sure you're getting what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. At any rate, Renato, at this point, do you think Alexander Volkanovski, the champion now, who has defended, who landed an incredible amount of significant strikes, do you think at this point he is going to get the respect or respect that he should?
First of all, don't patronize me with the respect. You know, I think that, yeah, he's gonna always got the respect, but I think I'm surprised a lot of people didn't brought up the headbutt. Because to me, that was a major factor in the fight.
Yeah, it was.
Look, he's a great champion. He's a great fun fighter to watch. Yeah. I don't have nothing bad to say about the guy. But in terms of that matchup, I need a he match. I don't know about immediate, but I need a he match at some point between those two. I need to see that one again.
Okay. All right.
And I think it's important if Volkanovski can dispatch of Ortega, then I'm gonna be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I have a little asterisk under that one
because of the headbutt.
Just because that, who knows? Maybe no difference. To me, as a viewer, I would shake my head about that one.
Okay,
right. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I'm not saying he did something dirty, whatever. It's accidental, whatever, you know. But it's a heel thing, you know. It was arguably the most significant strike in the fight.
Okay.
And it was not a heel. It was not a part of the heel stuffs, you know.
Right. No, that makes sense. I agree with you that that's unfortunate. And like I said, I say the thing about, hey, there were times when I wanted the fight stopped, but I'm the same person who's standing here screaming at the TV when there's 10 seconds left in a round. Exactly. Going, don't you effing stop that fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
well, you only think about afterward, like when the bloodlust is over, then you start thinking about his feelings and his brain health and stuff. But in the moment, we like kill each other. You know, like, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
I know you a woman of God, and you
Yes.
also you're chaste, and you're very you probably don't masturbate or whatever. But someone like myself, who is masturbate, fairly regularly, when I mean watch, like, I might be watching a porno, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the porno, they're doing some dirty stuff. Maybe, she's spitting on there. Maybe he spit, he spit through her mouth or something. She spit on that one, whatever, stuff like that.
I don't
While
know.
I me jerk off, I'm sorry, while I me masturbate, while I'm practice the self-love, uh, I have the bloodlust, I mean, like, yeah, oh, caralho, oh, caralho, you filthy so-and-so, porra. Then as soon as I'm done with that one, what happened? As soon as I'm done, I'm look at what's on the screen and I'm go, oh caralho, I never. And I'm all of a sudden I'm like, this is distaste. How dare these people? How could they? And I check the screen and I collapse that one. I go, this is somebody should put a stop to that one. So it's the same stuff. It's like when we fighting. I mean, we watch the fight. They beating each other's brain in, and then later on when we come down, we go, caralho. They have to do something about this. These guys could got hurt in there, and it's like, oh God.
I don't have any way to do this segue, Renato,
Yeah.
but I believe my friend and my podcast partner, Angela Overkill Hill, is now ready to join us. And
so we're not gonna have you hire?
Well, hey, Angie. Hi. I don't know if you heard what Renato was just talking about, but hello and welcome.
Hi,
to
I
Tuesday Night
was
Fistivities.
just about to comment.
Oh, you are?
I was about to comment on that.
Wait. Oh no! Don't tell me
Angie,
again.
Wait, what'd you say? We missed you. What did your
Wait,
wife?
you got a BlackBerry? What's up with your fucking reception over here?
Oh no, it's not working.
No, now it's good.
It's choppy, but okay, go ahead.
Hello.
It looked like a Blair Witch project.
Yeah, just what?
Except it's Black Witch for her.
Black Witch. I am from Maryland, so there you go.
Oh, what that means? In Maryland, they put the hoots on you and they sprinkle some voodoo on there?
That's where Blair Witch came from, or where it happened.
Oh, I thought you was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the African American stuff like that putting hoots on people and shit like that.
No, that's what do you call it? That's New Orleans. Niles.
Yeah, you remember? Are you old enough to remember Miss Cleo?
Yes, I remember her very well. Very well.
So you remember like the problems that they put, like, oh, my bills, I can't pay my bills, or oh my, is it my baby or whatever? And then one of the things that she can solve, the one woman goes, somebody put hoots on me. And that was like one of the things she can't, like, it's so common that's one of the stuff she can deal with for you. Like, don't worry, somebody put hoots on you, I got you. You understand? Yeah. Anyway, back to jerking off or masturbation or whatever I was talking about.
Oh no, I was gonna say, that's what happened. You can see it in his eyes. That's what happened to your boy Uriah after he knocked out his homie on Tough. It was the same thing. He had like
regret.
Like he was like, he did like the anime celebration and everything. He did it before Adesanya. And then he looked over at his homie and he was like, what have I done? I was like a running joke.
Yeah, when you come down, the beast is Jekyll and Hyde,
Yeah. He was gone. He left his homie's soul, left his body, and then he was like, what have I done? Like Yeah.
Hey, so a question for you, Angela. Renato, a couple weeks ago, I went and saw him over at High Rollers. He was doing the commentating, and I know that that's maybe something that you've been offered, you've been considered, because we see you as a striker, and we know that you are such a fire striker. But the ground game and jiu-jitsu is something that you enjoy, and I know that you're trying to enjoy that more, and that's why I thought it would be fun to have you on with Renato, and maybe that's the type of thing. But like, is there any possibility of you competing over at High Rollers?
Yeah, I almost got the opportunity, but they thought they were like kind of doing a toss up, like maybe she can do commentary or actually compete. And I was like, oh, competing might be fun. So I was like, yeah, I'm down for either. And then they realized like how small I was compared to the rest of the rest of the girls in the bracket. So they were like, okay, you'll commentate on this one, little girl. But
Right.
but
Well,
hopefully they'll keep me in
arguably,
mind for the next one.
you know, arguably that's a better prize to be able to commentate and spend the whole event. You know, some of these other girls want to get next to me. They only got to see me if they win or
Mm,
in passing when they're like, "Hey, Nash, can I?" And then
Right.
I don't even see that once.
you just
You're
go,
gonna have to be there. You're gonna get to spend an evening to your Uncle Hanach, and
wow.
you're going to get to soak in. You're gonna hear the timbre of my voice, which is very soothing, relaxing. You're gonna smell the imported cologne. You're gonna see the jewels. You're gonna see the
Oh
complexion.
man.
See how there's kind of some shine here. It's like a glow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When you see in person, it's sobering.
Wow. I'll see my
So
reflection in your forehead.
there's a chance of that one.
And I'll go, wow, I'm so lucky to be so close that I can see my reflection in your forehead.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see it's gonna be like those old prom or those old not prom but like a school picture from the 70s where you got one person
Yeah.
and then you got like a ghost looking picture of yourself too overlaid that one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like the
Hey,
this way and then this
yeah,
way.
you bring up a good point. Did either of you guys go to your high school proms?
yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of that one. Yeah.
What was your experience like?
Whew. I was drunk. Um, I remember my friend got busted by the principal for a drink. He got kicked out of school.
Oh
Um,
no.
we was doing, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and the memories, and I also went to other girls' school, um, fucking prom and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you got, it's like, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna post one of the picture after this.
I'd like to see that.
Show you what
Ooh.
your Uncle Hanach was looking like at the prom. How about
Oh.
yourself?
Wow.
How about yourselves?
No, yeah, I'm asking you, Ange. Did you go?
I went to my prom, but I don't remember it.
Oh,
But I
because you
didn't
was
get
fucked
drunk.
up.
I'm just old. But I remember I remember going to my boyfriend's prom, and he was a year older than me. So I remember
Oh,
going to his, and I wore like it was really huge push-up bra, and like,
oh,
dude, I felt like I was a bombshell. Like I had cleavage for the first time. Like
oh,
them things were like up to my neck. I was feeling myself
oh,
for sure. So yeah.
Literally feeling yourself.
I was
oh,
feeling
God.
myself. I had braces and like split ends and a perm, but I was feeling myself. I thought I looked
Yeah, as
cute.
long as those titties was up there, the closer they
Yeah,
are to the hair, the more we forget about that one and the brace.
exactly,
We're gonna
exactly.
focus the titty.
It was right there. It was like it connected to
Oh,
my chin.
oh, porra, that's turned. Wow, you're married. You're a happily married woman, but I'm imagine if I was you, I would want to kiss that once. Mm.
Yeah,
Can you?
well,
Is that
it doesn't
physically
do that
possible?
anymore. They don't
You
do
go
that
like that.
anymore. I have too
Yeah.
many. My pets are too much, so like, there's no more meat to push together. It's just
Don't
they
worry. When
they
you're
stay
done
apart.
fighting, we're gonna fatten you up, and you're gonna have
Hey,
some more chitty meats, and you're gonna have some more cakes even on there.
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get fat after fighting.
Yeah.
Fat Ange, fat, the quote unquote fat Ange is never fat. Like you're so petite and so tiny that fat Ange is like all of a $1.26. Like, wow,
Fat
you're
Ange
so
is
huge.
when like my cheeks go like this, like that.
That's
I got
okay. We
a little
like that
extra
stuff.
meat. Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
juicy. That's when you get juicy in there. Um,
yeah. No, Fat
and then
Ange gets hollered at so much more than skinny. Like,
Well, I'm
yo,
just
like,
looking at the comments, and I was just gonna say that there's a lot of comments that are like, "Yo, yeah, we like the Ange and stuff."
oh
So,
yeah, all the
yeah, Fat
fighter.
Ange gets all the fucking like DMs, all the like sly hollers, like when I'm at the club, like that's all Fat Ange. When I'm at fight weight or when I'm like about to fight, like they're like, "Excuse me, young man, can I?"
Yeah, they're like, get out of here, you crackhead. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
They think you're a
exactly.
meth
Like, what
addict.
are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing here?
when I see
Excuse
these
me,
girls during the
Khalid.
weight cuts and stuff,
What's
oh
that?
God, when I see the girls during the weight cuts and stuff who usually have big cheeks and stuff like that, and then you see them and they look like Christian Bale and the fucking Machinist, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, now put the weight back on. You know what I hate you? Sometimes like I know some girl or I follow some girl on Instagram who is nice and thick, you know, but then they also into fitness and stuff, which is fine. But then they do those fitness competition, and then they get like they lose all that shit, and then they tan themselves. They look like they're wearing blackface, and then they go like this, like the pictures them like looking like in blackface, all oiled up and shit, and all like tense and shit. And I'm like, carajo, who is that appeal to? I'll give you an award for the way you look before that shit. I'll give you an award just to took that shit off and start eating some stuff.
And start eating.
It's all about the contrast, though. It's all about the contrast. That's why whenever I fight, I try to tan as much as possible. Like, I try to go to the beach. I try to, like, you know, run outside as much as possible, because like when you see that glisten against the nice dark brown skin, then that's what they're trying to do. That's why they put on blackface.
I know, but it just looks fucked up to me.
They want to look like a Krispy Kreme donut.
Right.
Yeah, it look all fucked up, you know.
Speaking of weight, and Angie, you know, this is something we've gotten into before. In line with this, the glistening skin, is that you know that every time you fight, I turn into your mom, and I'm like, why your shorts gotta be so small?
Oh, hey, but my cheeks stay in. They stay in. Some of these girls, their cheeks pour out like gack. You're not holding when you get a gack and you're not holding it right, and it just pours out the bottom. But mine stay in there. They don't go anywhere. They rehydrate.
We don't mind. Let me tell you something. You fans don't mind if they come out there and don't listen to KB. She's trying to point you in the wrong direction. Listen, trust your Uncle Hanach. You're gonna gain a more fan if I can see some of that ones come out the back there. Yeah, it's like, oh God, we like that stuff.
Where you can see the fatties come out.
Yeah, who's gonna watch that and then go, oh God, I mean, you know, that's another stuff. You know, when it's like we're watching a sport where you're stomping people's brains in, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then they don't want you to curse, and don't be too sexy, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like. But it's okay to just kick the teeth out of somebody.
Yeah.
But heaven forbid you want to turn somebody on. Huh?
I don't think they mind about being too sexy.
I think they want the sexy part. Yeah,
they want the sexy part.
I'm saying the people who would like the Karyn Bryant of the world, who would tell you, maybe you shouldn't have your ass cheeks hanging out. It's okay though. At the same time, if you're kicking somebody in the throat, or putting them in the hospital, you know. But don't look sexy. You know what I'm saying? Don't look true sex.
Well, what's up with that, Karyn? What's up with that? You prude.
I just worry. I don't want a mishap. I would hate for you to get distracted from your actual fighting because of a wardrobe malfunction. Stuff gets exposed because you know, and I know, Ange, that you're our good friend Jess. We talk about the Strawweight 69 that happens in almost every single Strawweight fight, and it's a thing. It is a thing, and so especially when you're in those little teeny tiny outfits, and that happens in every single fight, I just get nervous for like the camera angles and for the whatever. And I always think about like if somebody's channel surfing, and I know people don't channel surf like they used to, but if they just happen by the channel and see some stuff, I just don't want you to end up in a meme of like being overexposed.
Guess what happened though? If you end up in a meme, more eyeballs on you, more on your couch, more
eyeballs,
more ink, more fame. How many fucking Super Bowl halftime shows you remember? But you remember the one with Janet Jackson and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Now they might have got some heat over that, but aside from maybe the Prince one, I can't think of another one that's more famous than that.
Right.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, for sure.
You're right.
For sure. There's a couple girls that had nip slips. I always feel bad when girls have nip slips, but the new Venom kits are actually like nip slip proof. Like they're up to here. Like that, like I would be amazed if someone would have to have like the longest titties in the world to nip
Oh,
slip
the long
in that
titties.
like fake
Oh,
it because like
perish the
yeah, it's
thought.
who wait what?
I said perish the thought, long titties.
He's not a fan.
I like it big titty, but a long ones, oh God, are you? That's too much.
That'll
Oh,
be me when I'm like 60 fighting stuff.
well, that's okay. You can't have your long titties when you're 60, but
Yeah.
um,
I'll extend them. No.
oh, you're gonna extend.
You
Now
can
I got a
extend your
now.
titties.
Now
I don't know what
I,
we're talking
I'm
about.
I'm starting to think that KB is trying to sabotage you because check this out. She also now I'm gonna make a point here. It's gonna be a done deal if depending how you answer this one. So
Okay.
she's the one who tell you not to show your booty cheeks or whatever too much. Now is she also the one who is send you to the hairdresser who put that blonde part the weave on there?
This no,
Yeah.
she didn't do that. That was on me.
Oh, okay, maybe KB then is on the.
Yeah, I didn't. That's not me.
You don't like it?
No, I look. I prefer the ones that's under that one. I like the
The
dark,
brown. Oh, you don't like the blonde.
the blonde ones. But also, is this made from the same material as the black one?
Yeah, it's all one. It's called ombre hair. I think that's how
Oh,
you pronounce it.
Ombre, ombre.
that's a
Ombre. I'm like ombre.
that's Drake's
That's,
heel.
that's how you
Ombre,
pronounce
ombre.
it when you're this
Eh,
close to Mexico. But no.
Oh, carajo, Ombre. I thought that was Drake.
No,
Drake, that's Drake's company, Ombre. That's his heel name now.
no,
Drake.
this is the
Drake,
real.
right?
The real is back here if you can see it. That's
Let
the
me check
real.
that one.
That's the real. I like that one too, but in order,
That's the
this is
baby
called a
wear.
protective style. So in order for this to survive grappling and wrestling and getting yanked and getting caught in Velcro too. Y'all don't
Oh,
know about how bad
yeah,
Velcro is for the natch,
yeah,
for the natch
Velcro
girl.
will F me up. Like, you could
yeah.
literally kill me by just holding out Velcro. Like, instead of a
Dude,
taser or a gun or whatever,
Well,
if you
yeah.
held out Velcro and put it near my hair,
that's because your hair is made of Velcro, Porha,
I know.
and
Yeah,
it's
it's
attached to the
the other
same
side.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same.
mine is made of baby lammy wool.
Baby
Oh.
lamb.
So you
Hey,
slip
listen,
right
guys, I
through.
know this is already an incredible hangout, but it just
Oh,
got better.
Oh.
there he is. We was just talking about hair and stuff like that, and all kind of stuff. Masturbation.
Welcome
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Uriah Hall is with us. Uriah, I'm pretty sure you know Angie. I think you may or may not have met
What's up,
Renato
Angie?
Laranja, 27-time Jiu-Jitsu world
Of course.
champion. How are you, Uriah? Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. What's going on? What did I walk into?
Well, we was just talking about a lot of stuff. We're talking about fighting. We're talking about the hair, which sexuality. I mean, we covered a lot of grounds here.
Fighting and
We was
sexuality?
well, we
Well,
was
here's the
talking.
thing, Uriah. Well, I was saying to Angie that I get nervous with her in those little booty shorts. But here's the thing I will say. Your shorts, Uriah, if I remember correctly, you wear the sort of mid-length short. I could
Yeah.
maybe actually, can we request the booty shorts with you if
Ooh.
we're allowed?
For dudes?
You
Oh,
know, the
God.
badonka dunks like what Rashad used to wear and stuff.
There's a lot of guys who
Oh,
wear
you mean
them.
Hashad? You like to look at Hashad's cheeks?
I
What
don't
you
If
know?
I'm
remember
at
Rashad
work
wearing
and it's
those.
there,
You
I'm not
can't.
going to not look.
You can't
You
do
got a
that for
donkey.
Uriah because his joint is gonna come out the side of his thigh on that one.
Are you talking about the tights? The tights that men?
Yeah, the
I'm just talking about the fight shorts. You know how you have like a few to choose from. You have the long shorts, you have the short ones, you have the this,
Yeah.
you have the booty shorts, you have the this. Like, and I was saying Angela likes to wear the little booty shorts, and the fans love it. And I'm just saying, can we get a little turnabout is fair play? Can we mandate that the boys wear the booty shorts too?
I wear my shorts for kicking purposes. I don't know about no booty shorts for viewing pleasure. I mean, I know women watch football players not for the game, but you know, for the booty tights. So
Yeah, after party, he can have that once. But we was talking about Angela because we want people to build up, you know, the name and try to get her out there. And KB is trying to make her to you know dress like a little house to the prairie.
I love Angela how she's very creative with like the Street Fighter stuff. The one I would never forget, I believe it was either Dalsum or Sagat. That
Yeah, I did
was
both of those.
iconic, man. That was the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. I don't know if anybody
Thanks, man.
follows Angie, but her shit is so creative and funny. Like, you're entertainment. I'm surprised you don't have your own
You're
show.
so amazing. Thank
Sometimes
Welcome to
you.
the Angie Show.
You're
some
so
people.
positive. I love your energy right now.
Well, you know, Uriah, and this is the thing, I've mentioned it to you before. Angie and I do a podcast called What Had Happened Was.
Get out of here.
Yes, and so we have our podcast. So it would be amazing if one day we could take our little show and take it onto TV and stuff like that, whatever, too. Because yeah, we're just a couple of girls, you know, trying to do our thing out here. But yes, I agree with you, Uriah, that Angela, the world needs more Angie Hill.
Yeah.
Angie Hill, we do.
And
We
Karyn,
need some
you
more
need to get your
flavor.
cheeks out so we can
Yeah.
get the TV show, man. Like, you're holding us up. You're holding us up.
Wait,
That's
the
all I'm saying.
cheeks out? What did I? But what?
Again, it's the booty shorts, Uriah, because Angie got me to buy booty shorts for my jumping rope. And I literally now, I won't leave my build. Like, I just walk from my apartment to the gym, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in booty shorts. I'm like, oh my God, please don't let anybody see me. And I'm like hyper freaking sensitive and nervous. And then I get down there, and then like I'll jump and I'll do my thing, and I'll grab like one little picture and I'll send it. And I'm like, Angie, I can't believe you talked me into these shorts. And I'm very, very nervous about them.
Listen, Jesus, what did I walk into?
Yeah, I told you. I tried to warn you.
You have to own it. You know, I believe in owning what you wear. Like tonight, I had dinner with my mentor and his wife. It was his wife's birthday, and
Yeah.
it was a nice restaurant. I had on a pair of shorts and regular shirt, and you know, some socks and white shoes, and I owned it, man. They probably think I'm like a successful athlete, but you know, I owned it. You know, you just gotta own it.
You are.
They didn't know that.
Yeah.
All these white folks are like, "Why is this guy gentleman here and he's not dressing properly? What's going on?"
Right.
They thought you were a happer.
'Cause I can't.
Happers can wear whatever they want. They just think you're a happer or a H&B star.
HMB? What's HMB?
H&B,
It's
Hit 'em in
R&B.
blues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like H. Kelly, who is in the news lately. Hey, you know, they
Oh,
just
yeah,
sentenced.
yeah.
They just sentenced H. Kelly to like
So stupid.
30 years to life or whatever.
R. Kelly.
It's bad. R. Kelly,
R. Kelly.
75 to
my
life or something.
Oh, I'm
this
sorry,
dude
my
said
accent-
H. Kelly.
I forget. Sometimes I forgot.
I'm
what
sorry,
part-
you're right. He's Brazilian, and I've been studying Portuguese for a number of years, so I think maybe my ear is just tuned into it a little bit more. So I apologize if you
But you
don't
know
know.
what
But
I'm
yes,
talking about,
R.
yeah.
Kelly, for those who
Yeah,
don't know.
Okay.
and he was, you know, the poor guy. You know, he was just trying to, you know, his lawyer compared him to MLK. You saw that was like the last Hail Mary. Did you hear about
No.
No.
Man.
Oh, my
I
His
don't
fucking
really.
lawyer.
I don't really. So what happened to R. Kelly? He got sentenced.
Yeah, for doing all kind of, I mean, sex trafficking, torture, rape, also men and women and men. They found out all kind of shit. They had like 40.
Women and men.
No, I'm not
No
kidding.
way.
Oh,
Man?
absolutely. Just heat up about it. He had 40 fucking victims came to testify.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
He's a heel piece of work, that one. And the Hail Mary, the fucking Hail Mary that his lawyers tried to put at the end of the trial was he's in part to the black community. He's like a Martin Luther King. They tried to equate him to MLK. I'm not fucking joking. This is not a joke from me.
Disgusting.
They
Did you
said-
see the protesters?
And also,
I've been out the loop, man. I've been out the loop.
I just saw.
Well, you're good. You don't want to hear this, Luke.
Also,
Yeah,
he
no, I
was-
saw it on Twitter.
Part
There's
of the
like
stuff he did-
protesters.
I mean, he tortured. He put women. He starved them. He would lock them in homes and places in the studio and shit. Lock
Are you
them
sure?
and keep them without food and water and a place to to go to the bathroom and all that kind of crazy shit. Yeah, and torture like crazy. He's a
All I heard was he was peeing on people, which I haven't seen the video.
The other stuff. And
I
on
haven't
top
seen the
of
video.
that,
I want to
some
see
of
the
the
video. Where
girls
do you go
was-
see the video? Not that I'm into stuff like that, but you know, I want to see the video.
oh, there's plenty of video out there. And then there was one. This is dark. This is heel dark. But there was a video that surfaced during the trial where he he tried to they tried to claim that the girl wasn't a certain age when the video happened, and then in the video he's saying like, yeah, this I'm fucking this 14-year-old pussy, whatever, like that it's gross. I don't even want to. It's not
Ooh.
funny. It's gross, but that's too dark. It's too dark. I don't want
I was gonna say, like, how did this?
yeah, maybe
That's
we can cut that
horrible.
one because it's true. It's not even. Ugh. But the one thing that was make me laugh was he never like certain. He's not denying certain stuff. Like instead of saying no, I didn't do this or whatever. Like because one of the people he was hog shy or whatever, or a couple people, and then he was like, I don't even know how to hog tie. I don't even know how to hog tie someone. Like instead of going. I never did nothing like that in my life. He was like, how would I hog tie them? I don't even know how to hog tie someone. It's kind of the hung. He's focusing on the hung stops.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Wow.
It's
I love it
brutal.
when you catch people like that, though.
It's a
Well,
disaster.
This is a
Honestly,
great
like-
meeting.
Yeah.
I know.
Kelly.
I know. So
Let's
Uriah,
rewind.
I
Let's
did not
pretend.
invite you on to ask you about R. Kelly, and now I have you and Angie here, so this is amazing. Renato, you can play along too if you don't mind. I figured we could do a little round of no wrong answers where I just ask random
What do you
questions.
have there? A satin?
It's a satin bag I got in Singapore.
Oh.
Were you on that card? You guys were on Singapore, weren't you? One of them.
I was in Singapore. I didn't compete, but I was a guest.
Okay, right.
Ooh.
Well, I got this.
Did you know you can't spit on the street?
Yeah, you could get arrested.
I was running with a friend, and my dumbass spat on the street, and he was like, bruh, you can't spit on the street. Me being a New Yorker dumbass, I'm like, fuck out of here, too. And he was like, my man, you can't do that. And then this old lady was like, and I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, bro, let's go. And I'm like, you're kidding, right? He took off. I took off. I'm like, we're running because we spat on the street? He's like, yeah, motherfucker, you get a ticket or arrested.
They'll cane you for
That's
that
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
My black ass will get extra too, because I'm black. They're like, all right, we gotta do extra to you.
Yeah, they're gonna cane you.
You're lucky the old lady couldn't catch up with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get him.
You never know, Cara. You don't even want to talk about this on camera for her. They're gonna still get you for that one. It's gonna be like Hoots.
Nice.
I'll just put on my African accent. It was not me. I don't know what you are talking about.
But that's when they're gonna whip you even more, like Punta Kinch. You're gonna say, no, my name is Uriah. They're gonna
My
go,
name is Kuta.
yeah, and they you
Well,
hire.
whenever I'm at work, Rashad and Kamara are always like, give us free.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I have to say this story with me and Francis, right? Jesus Christ. So Francis, God love him. A couple times we met at the UFC Performance Institute. I go in the bathroom and we're chatting and stuff. And one day I was like, let me fuck with him because I can do my accent. And I was like, my brother, how are you? And he was like, what? My brother, how are you today? And he was like, why do you talk like this? I'm like, what do you mean? I talk like this. I am your brother. And he was like, you are not my brother. I'm like, yes, I am. We are from the same tribe. And, the day came in and, I kind of said, what's up, my man?
Right.
And, he was like, and then one day he said this in the cafeteria with all these white folks.
Right.
I walked in the cafeteria and he was like, what's up, my nigga? And I was like, oh. I was like, not right here, bro, not right here.
He's at the wrong time. Yeah. He's doing it at the wrong time. He got it backwards.
Say it. I'm like, yeah, but you got to use it the right time, player.
Yeah. It's got to be appropriate.
Don't mix company.
All right, back to PG-13. So,
Exactly.
how about those Seattle
Exactly.
Seahawks? How they doing?
Okay. All right. Here we go. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. Did you guys, either of you, and Renato, maybe this is you because you've competed, you're 27-time champ, and I know these are backwards, but still, it's just my thing. I'm going to show it. But it says, have you ever had an embarrassing fight week moment? Like maybe either in an interview or at a stare down or at a weigh-in or anything weird or embarrassing ever happened to either of you guys? Or you, Renato, when you were competing?
Fight week?
Yeah.
Wait, this question's for me?
It's for both you and Angie, since you guys are the fighters.
Go ahead, Angie. I got to think about this.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not that embarrassing, but it wasn't UFC. This was in Invicta, and I'd never really cut weight that much until like more recently. So for this fight, when we got to like weight cut day, I only had to cut like 1 pound, And I was like, oh, easy. Like I waited until like the very last minute, like about an hour before we weighed in. And I went and cut the 1 pound in like the hottest bath ever. I was just like, fuck it, let's do this. I got in the bathtub. I sat in there for like a good like 10 minutes and I was like dying because I was dehydrated still, but it was only 1 pound. So I'm like, let's get it done in one sit. So I get out of the tub and they're like, okay, slowly. And I like pop up, sit on the edge of the tub. And then the next thing I remember is like Adam, my husband, like asking me questions, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I didn't realize that I was on the floor, like I shot up and sat on the edge of the tub, and then I passed out because I like forced it so hard, so I passed out, and I almost fell like right back into the tub, but he caught me, and then like they were like asking me questions like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, do you want the floor or the bed?" And I'm like, "What are you guys talking about? What is happening?
I can so see her doing this. Like, what are you talking
It's like
about?
the most disorienting thing.
Yeah, that shit is very disorienting.
Like you just think that everyone else is crazy, and you're like, "What are you guys doing?" So yeah, I passed out cutting 1 pound. That's my embarrassing fight week story.
Well, that's not so embarrassing. I mean, God, the shit they're making you do, you know, it's bound to happen at some point.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Uriah, do you ever have anyone? Nothing.
I have a story, but it's not. I don't know if it's embarrassing. It's more of like, damn.
Okay.
You know, like
Go ahead.
it's when I was supposed to fight Vitor, and I collapsed, but it was the way how it happened. I was 187 point something, and you know by then I was overly depleted, and I was like, I'm disciplined. I always make weight. I'm not giving up 20%. So I went back in and I cut the weight, and I actually got to 185. And I remember when I stood up, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it to the scale. I just need to make it to the scale. And I was trying to focus so hard. And, you know, they held me up and I was walking to the elevator. And apparently when I got in the elevator, like Andrew was saying, like I got in the elevator and I remember waking up on like second floor like I opened my eyes like this. And apparently I bit my friend to hold on to him. Like I was falling and I bit him to hold on to him as I was falling because he had this huge mark in his chest. And later on, he told me, he's like, bro, I don't know how I'm explaining this to my wife. You bit me and stuff. I'm like,
yes.
And
going home from Vegas with bite marks is not
right.
Oh no!
I collapsed, and then when I collapsed, I opened up my eyes like this, and I saw people over me, and I passed out again. I woke up and I saw more people, and I started swinging. I don't know what was happening. I think I was in shock. I started swinging punches, and I passed out again. And I opened up, and there was EMT, and they were like, "Hold him down, find his vein." And I was like, "Get off of me!" And I passed out again, and I woke up, and then I remember being on an ambulance bed, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "Give me water, I'm thirsty." And I passed out again, and I woke up, and I was in ICU or whatever, and I'm screaming for water, and like, we can't give you water right away for some reason, and they couldn't find my brain. It was this dramatic moment every time I keep waking up, and then when I slowly started waking up again, I had an IV, and my assistant was there, and yeah.
Oh,
that's
what
terrible.
a fucking nightmare for
yeah,
that's
very embarrassing, but but the worst part about that was like, you know,
why
part
she
about that was as horrific as it was for me. I remember that moment because, you know, granted, I basically was killing myself to make weight.
Right.
People were like mad at me.
Yeah.
That I didn't fight, and I'm like, motherfucker, I almost died. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know,
because they don't care about you in real life. You know,
they don't.
Yeah,
they don't care.
We don't care what you do. Just bleed for us. Bleed.
Yeah,
that's what it is. We was talking about that earlier. You know, when people get into the bloodlust, they just kill each other. You know, they forget
I want
true
longevity
human
in
beings.
this sport. I'm not trying to. The last fight I went in was a war, man. I'm trying to not slur my words over 40. You know, I want to make sense. I remember talking to people. I talk to people. I'm in the plane or whatever, and you know, if a fan comes up, and this one dude said this to me one time. A fan came up, he took a picture, and I was just having a regular conversation with him, and he was like, "Man, 2 people came up to take pictures. Who are you?" or something, and I'm like, "Ah, shit." And I'm like, I hurt people for a living. Yeah, right. That's what I said. I hurt people for a living. He's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, professionally. I compete professionally. I'm a fighter. And he was like, wow, you speak so well.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, thank you.
Sucks.
How am I supposed to sound? Yeah,
Well,
man, I'll be up in this bitch all the time, man. You know I'll be saying, yo, because,
Wow.
that's what I do.
Yeah.
At least
It's
he
either
didn't say you
you're
speak
not
that.
ignorant or you don't slur your words or both.
You know what I'm saying?
At least it was because the fighter part and not like, wow, you speak that for a black guys. You know? Which happened a lot of time too, you know.
Yeah, it does, man. Yeah.
I got a question. You know, you came from Jamaica originally.
Yeah, originally Jamaican.
You was born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you came to the America or to New York?
13. I was 13 years old.
Oh, so you had a real Jamaican accent.
Oh, yeah. It's just my white friends can't understand me. They'd be like, what the fuck did you just say? You know? So I have to sound like this now.
Right.
So you
But
had to
I hate
work
it.
on
I
that.
hate it. I hate it. Karen knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're
hate it.
saying.
I want to
Yeah,
hear
I
the
get it.
Jamaican Uriah.
Wagwan, my youth. Everything all right.
I like that stuff. I like that. You
Yeah,
control the area.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
I really want to get on the mic one day and just be like, yo, big up Jamaica, Wagwan.
Please
Yes,
do that. You
do
know what you
it.
should do? Next time
Do
next
it.
time
You
when
get
you
so
fight.
much props.
You know
And
how
then
people
Karyn
do
should follow you and do the same thing.
you know how people do the same shit? You know how people do the in English and then for their fans
The translate.
back home? Just do for the fans, can I say
Yeah.
something to my people in Jamaica? And then just go the fuck off. And I mean,
Yeah.
just go the fuck off.
And you know I'm gonna end it? I'm gonna end it like this. Booyaka, booyaka.
Yeah,
Booyaka, booyaka.
Yeah.
Blood
You
clot.
gotta carry a fucking air horn.
Yeah.
Have to do that,
But
man.
then you have to
Well,
translate
rude boy.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Then
Rude
you have to
boy.
translate what you said.
Yeah.
Boy.
Rude
Oh
boy
my
is
God.
like
He
in the
said that
Philippines.
he loves everyone and he hopes
What?
everyone gets home safe.
We
He
need to
said,
get
"When
you a
I met
translator,
my mom,
a Jamaican translator.
I mean,
you're
it's
going
kind
to
of
go, yeah,
relatively easy. Like, for instance, and Karen knows it, what's going on? Wagwan.
Yeah,
Wagwan.
Basically, we took
Wagwan.
English, we put it on the floor, and we stomped on it. It's
Right.
called broken English. So
Well, of course, they have the same one, Ebonics, in the U.S., you know?
Ebonics.
Yeah, they have
But-
Ebonic, and they speak jive and all that kind of shit,
Right,
you know?
right. Well, my favorite thing is how little becomes lickle.
Lickle, lickle.
Little.
Lickle.
Lickle.
Or even better, you know this one, Karen. Ready?
I like that one.
Where you
Now,
just
when
keep-
you use that one,
But can you do this thing? Because I can't do it. And my mom doesn't. I know my mom. It's too late for her. She'd be watching live, but like I can't do it.
That's one
And
where
like-
we watching Racehorse and we go like this. Yeah, man, get him! Bomba clock! Take out the Rasta!
Yeah.
Bomba! Wall that! Wall that! Everybody's like, we don't know what the
Bomba.
fuck they're saying.
the
We have
bomba
said it
clock
before.
boy.
We need UFC Kingston or UFC Jamaica with like Rude Boy. We get
Dude.
Aljo. We get Leon Edwards. We get then there's like I think 5 or 6 Jamaican people.
Yeah, you got
Aljo.
Yeah,
what's
wait,
the
hold
kid?
on. I think me and Randy Brown are the only Jamaicans.
Yeah,
Like,
Andy Brown.
Oh.
Aljamain ain't no
That's what I'm saying,
Jamaican.
Rude
He's a
Boy.
Jamaican.
shit.
Oh, he's like the
Aljamain is a
Jamaican.
Jamaican. You know, I think he was
Aw.
born here. He'll pot out some patois once in a while, but
Yeah,
we gotta look
But-
at your Jamaican card, champ.
Andy Brown is legit though, porra. Yeah.
Yes.
Randy is legit. We see each other like, yo, my Wagwan brethren, going
Oh,
down, you know. But-
Exactly.
I like that.
Yes. Well, and
You
for
need
those,
to
yes, my
also-
mom is Jamaican, so I'm half Jamaican. So I don't know, but I'm not fighting. So
You're a
We need to
Jamaican.
get you an opponent.
I know I'm
American.
Jamaican. Oh, you don't even know if I could get some kind of Jake Paul T-Wood money.
I'll take it
I
out.
would do that. I would beat
Yeah.
up. You know, I would beat
I'll
a
take a
bitch
dive.
up.
I
You know
wouldn't
that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
believe you. You're always welcome to my
Let's
gym.
see that one.
From anchor to fighter. Damn.
Exactly. All right. Here's the question for you guys, Angela and Uriah. What's the best post-fight reward you ever gave yourself? I don't know if you guys treat yourself to things like because you obviously sacrifice so much before the fights. Do you say before a fight, like, when I win, I'm going to treat myself to this thing? Because I know, Uriah, you've got a nice car. I'm not sure, Angie, I know you bought a house recently, so I'm not sure what you guys treat yourself to. But I have to believe that, you know, you got to reward yourself a little somehow, right?
Yeah, for sure. I can't think of anything specific though. recently.
Well, I heard that you know, a lot of people talk about you doing a cosplay. It's like you dress up like Bill Cosby or something like that. It's like something like that. So you ever buy like a great
jiu-jitsu.
Bill Cosby suit?
I'm gonna dress out as Bill Cosby for my next jiu-jitsu tournament.
Put your hands all over them
No way. I gotta see this. Oh
I can't wait for
my
that one.
God.
That's
I
the
mean, I don't
cause.
do it as a celebration for my fight, so I just do it for fun. But I mean, yeah,
to turn on your husband?
kind of that. I guess I just like to go out. Like I go out and get drunk. Like that's my thing, and eat pizza. And it's always the same. Like go out, get drunk, eat pizza. If I eat more pizza before I get drunk, then I could drink more. But usually I pass out like a couple hours after the.
I would imagine you're kind of a lightweight, no pun intended, but you being so tiny, like I can't imagine you can drink that much.
Oh, you're a lightweight too?
Oh man, I'll sniff it. I'll be like this.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Or because you live a clean life?
Probably, or I'm just this,
pretty much.
But
or
either
you
way,
smoking too much ganja for her?
No, I wish. No.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
It's legal. They
Jamaican
won't
friends,
bust you guys for it now.
Yeah, that's right, but I don't know, man. USADA did this thing to me. They're like, "Don't do anything, motherfucker." You know, USADA is like,
wait till afterward.
USADA's like, "This is healthy, but watch out." It's like, damn, get off my back.
You can't trust that one.
It's like, is this weed legal? You know, it's just
yeah.
You're right. You're right. Well, did you ever treat yourself to anything though, Uriah? Do you have like a present that you bought yourself, or like a great reward, or like what do you do for yourself after your fight, like as you're come down from all that stress?
I don't really do anything much. I mean, I like to travel. I'll go back and forth to New York, or I'll go to California. To me, that's my reward, to see my friends. I remember one time I won a fight, and I think it might have been the Ultimate Fighter. If not, it was a fight, and I took my mom shopping. And, you know, I grew up poor. I didn't have anything. And I remember taking my mom to a store, and I was like, all right, Mom, you can have anything you want. And my mom was like, oh, my God, really? I don't know. And she's picking up, like, the smallest thing you can think of. And I'm like, no, Mom, like, get a bag. Get something. I'll just take this one bra. I'm like, Mom, just, you know. And
that's cute, though.
That's the
That's
cutest thing ever. That was, like, one
She's
of my
not greedy
rewards.
like some people, you know,
not.
take advantage. Yeah.
Right, like
No,
my dumb brothers. No, my brothers are the worst. Oh, God. My brother is so stupid, and I'll say this. And
how stupid are they?
They're really freaking stupid. One of my brother, you know what this dummy did? Like, I haven't seen him in months, and one of the first thing he said to me after seeing him, and this is someone I grew up with who kind of became a father figure in a way. First thing, after I haven't seen him months, because I went away for training and everything. First thing, how much money did you get? I'm like, hi, my name's Uriah. I'm your brother. Remember? I don't even want to tell you what my other dumb brothers did, man. My two sisters, however, are the coolest. One's a doctor, one's an artist. Yeah. They're like, I'm only scared of 4 women in my life. 2 of them is that. So,
yeah, it's a shame when family act like that. God,
I have friends that are more family member. I'm sure you guys can attest to that. Yeah,
I know that one.
But
sometimes you gotta clip the family, especially the kids. They want the most shit. I get that ones out of my life.
Oh my God,
before they get a chance.
Uncle Uriah, could you buy us 5 PlayStation 5? I'm like, yeah, let me go rob a bank.
Yeah,
you
get out of here.
You want to be lookout?
Who can get a PlayStation 5, by the way? Because I've been trying. Get one.
Fuckers. I've been trying.
I feel like getting a PlayStation 5 is like being a drug dealer. It's like you got to be careful to get one. Man.
Yeah, I actually found the Connect, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We're gonna like meet in an alley somewhere.
But I'm waiting though. I'm waiting till the bugs go out. You know, kind of like the new iPhone. You don't get it right away. Yeah. I'll give it like a year.
If I fuck with that stuff, I get too sucked in. And then I found myself at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, the sun coming up, and I'm still on the Call of Duty and fucking around with these kids and stuff.
Anyone in here want to give away a free PlayStation 5? I'll let your boy.
I know.
Okay.
We sound like 4 poor, broke N-words. Like, anybody got any of that PlayStation?
We are.
No, it's just the principle of paying a scalper for a fucking PlayStation, like double price. Like, I won't do it. I refuse. I refuse to do it.
No, I won't do it either.
You should be getting that ones for free anyway. They should be giving you guys that shit. You know?
Only DC gets free PlayStation.
I know. DC,
yeah, seriously, that
DC and his thing. Okay, so Wait, okay. Well, there was a question and it said, "What's your favorite podcast?" Hey, Angie, what's your favorite podcast?
Oh, it's I can't do the two because I'm holding the phone.
Well, we can do it together on this.
What's it called? What had happened was?
What had
Oh,
happened was?
You
I
got
need
a
to listen to
podcast, my
this.
brother?
Okay.
You got a podcast, you hire?
I kind of had one, and it's in the works again.
Oh, okay.
I called it Hall Pass.
Oh, the Hall Pass.
Oh, nice.
Hall Pass.
Oh,
So
we
it's
all
in
need
the
the
works
Hall
again.
Pass.
We all need a
If
Hall
it-
Pass.
If
like
not,
that.
Uriah, maybe you could be our special correspondent for what had happened was we could
You gotta get him
Stories
paid.
and stuff.
You gotta get him paid
Get him
because
paid.
his Jamaican family is trying to live
I'll-
off that one.
right. He'll be, I know, Angela. How about he's our ring guy and he wears booty shorts and just has to walk around and be our ring guy between topics.
Oh
no.
wow!
That's a
You're
hard
really
no. That's
trying
a
to
hard
objectify
no.
this man.
Hard no.
That's a hard no. I have a mother
Hard no.
and sisters that will be looking at me. That's a hard no.
That's true. His
See, that's
brothers
why
don't
I
care
don't
as long
like
as he brings home the
posting that
bacon. They
stuff
don't
Yeah, my
too,
brothers don't
because I'm
care.
always thinking about my
It's putting in
brothers.
anything.
Well, just one. The other one loves it. He's like, post more. Oh my God, I love you. Your ass looks perfect in this picture. But the other brother and my dad, I don't want them to see.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear. Okay, question now for the three of you guys. What's your favorite fight as a fan and as a fighter? So for Uriah and
Ooh.
Angela and Renato, one of your own fights that you're like, yeah, that was pretty dope. And like, so that's your favorite fight, and or one as a fan that you were just like really psyched to see.
Okay, I already know.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going. Okay. The fight that I loved was Anderson Silva and Forrest Griffin. I mean, it was like watching a
I was at the
fucking
one.
Oh,
video
just
game.
because it was a slaughter.
No, it was just the way he did everything. You were like,
Yeah.
is this possible? Who's this motherfucker? I think that was one of the first fight I saw, and I was like, I would love to train with that guy. That's
Oh.
all I said. And the universe was like, oh, let's fuck with him a little bit. Let's let him fight. But that fight, I was like, yo, this dude.
Incredible. That's
the
like
fight-
a great performance, not a great fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the last fight, too, with Brian Ortega and freaking Vulcan. I mean,
We talked
not
about that
Vulcan.
one.
What's his name?
Volkanovski.
Volkanovski, yeah.
Volkanovski, yeah.
I mean, that freaking guillotine, his head was red, man. He was like, oh.
Yeah, it was bloody giggling, man.
Right, Mike.
Yeah,
okay.
damn.
Yeah.
That was pretty
I
good.
remember.
Don't get me started. And my one of my favorite fights is the fight where I fought Thiago Santos.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
broke my
God.
toe, but what people didn't know was a week prior to that, I sprained my ankle. And, I'm trying to fake everything. I don't remember the last fight I won in the UFC 100%. So
Yeah.
I taped everything up on my left ankle. I'm like, all right, this will hold me. And then I broke my right toe on my right foot.
Oh,
And then I'm like, both my legs are gone. And I think it was that moment I had to kind of find that adversity where I had to dig in. And it's almost like time slowed down where I was like, wait a minute, this is actually happening. And I embraced it. And I went back out there. I was faking it because my coach spoke about body language and I was on my toe. And
Yep.
Joe Rogan thought Thiago kicked me in the leg and it was hurt. And then when they found out my toe was broken, I was trying to put the bone back in because it was so far out and I couldn't get it. And I saw the commission coming out. Every time I was like, shit, it's not going back in. And every time I moved, the bone just kept doing this. But it was one of those moments where after the fight, man, it was just like, oh. But I was proud of myself to went through that.
Oh, yo, we were
Very
proud of
cool.
you too.
Nice. Damn.
That's the one fucking thing. I don't care about buckets of blood or whatever, somebody's eyeball hanging out, whatever. If a bone get broken, I fucking hate. I don't know why I hate that. Or if something go the wrong direction, for some reason it fucked my head up. I'll take anything but that. And it's funny
Well, now
because
I know.
I'm jiu-jitsu.
Now I do it to defeat you. Ah, shit. Yeah, come
Yeah,
on,
Right,
brother.
right.
I can't. I hate to look at that one. You could do it to
Yeah.
yourself.
But honestly, not for nothing, and Ange, before I do want to get your answer on this, but while I'm here with you, obviously, Uriah, like that was really, really hard to watch you in there with Chris. Like that was really freaking hard. And I
Oh,
know
Carayo, that too. Oh,
I
I
worked
forgot.
you fighting
yeah.
Anderson, so like
How
to
could
see
you do
you fight
that?
Anderson and to see how emotional that was for a
Yeah.
different kind of reason was really intense, and I felt really special working that fight. I'm really actually felt very privileged to have worked that one, but my heart just broke watching you in there with Chris. Like nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to be the guy in there with him when that happens.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I do have to worry, like wonder, thinking like, is that something you like take with you on your next fights, or can you kind of erase that? Because that's pretty horrific.
It is. I've been there before. I broke two of my buddies like back in the days like that. It's an old traditional way to block, and it takes away the I call it the split second technique. Instead of bringing that leg up, I just shortened that movement by just turning and driving, and it was just at the perfect time. I knew he was gonna kick because I watched his fights, and I'm like, well, what's his weak point? I'm like, well, he kicks a lot, but I know he's gonna kick, so let me brace for it. That's what I said to myself. Ironically, when we were backstage doing the weigh-ins, and I don't know if God heard me, but I remember looking at him and I was like, man, he doesn't look as big and his legs are skinny. And I said this, I said, I probably could break his leg if I kick him. I remember saying that. I was like, if I kick this dude a couple times, I said that. And then for it to happen like that, it was one of those like, what the hell? Because when he kicked me, I was like, okay, I'm going to brace again next time for when he kicked me. And I didn't realize it broke, but I hope he recovers.
You was praying to Jah Rastafari that happened to him.
Jah Rastafari, help me out, man. Yeah.
Selassie, you
Haile Selassie.
that's almost.
Yeah.
We talked about that before. That's like putting hoots on somebody. That's like the Jamaican version. And you that's dangerous. You use a Jah Rastafari and Haile Selassie to break that guy's fucking shin bone, caralho.
Or I just trained with some of the best coaches.
Or
in
he
the
just
world.
trained and
Yeah.
he's really, really good at that.
I'm really
I
good.
prefer my take on it.
Okay. Angela, why don't we get your answer? Angie, what was your favorite fight of your own and as a fan?
There's too many. There's too many because like all I'm thinking of are the fights this weekend. Like that is clouding my judgment.
But it was amazing. Ortega versus Volk was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. A lot of people had good wins on that card too. Fucking Shevchenko. Maybe Valentina versus Joanna. That was a really good women's fight. There was a lot of
how could I forget about that?
right. Like a lot of people forget that happened.
Wei Lee versus Joanna was amazing
that
too.
That was a fight.
Wei Lee
Oh my
versus
God,
Joanna was crazy. But I felt like Valentina versus Joanna had a lot of hitting and not getting hit, and that was really impressive to me. Where Wei Lee and Joanna was the exact opposite. They were just like, fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you. So like, I mean, that's my kind of fight. Like that's the kind of fight I always try to get into, and no one ever.
I try not to get into
do it with me.
Yeah, Angela always tried to get into that. I know she liked that shit.
I like punching,
no, it's
getting
true.
punched because I know I'll punch harder.
Yeah,
I'll take one to get one.
take one and get one.
I tell you what.
I mean, my Andrade fight is probably my favorite one of myself, at least like out of the losses, just because it like everything that built up to it. Like I had gotten cut from the UFC, and then I won the Invicta belt, and then got brought back into the UFC to fight someone that no one wanted to fight. Like they were like, "Hey, you can fight Andrade." And I'm like, okay, sure. And then I couldn't fight her. But at the same time, they were like, yeah, but we got all these other girls who can fight her too. But, if you want to fight her, then we'll let you fight her. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then when I couldn't fight her because of some USADA bull,
right.
There was no one else to fight her. No one else fought her. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers lying. Y'all lied to me. Ain't no one lining up to fight this motherfucker. She I forget who she just knocked out. But she was like on a streak.
Yeah, she just knocked out Cynthia Calvillo, who's very good.
I was surprised that
she's very good. She's very good. I went in and I fought her, and I was happy because I was fully confident going in there, and then I was able to prove to everyone else what I saw in myself, even though I didn't get the win. it just kind of, I was able to show that I belonged, you know. So I was able to show
Was
that
that
I belonged in
Claudia?
the
Because
UFC.
that was
Was
one of my
that
favorite fights. Was that Claudia? You
No,
talking
she's
about
saying
Claudia?
that just Andrade, because
Andrade?
she
Andrade,
was
yeah.
able to drop
Andrade,
Yeah.
yeah.
Andrade too. I mean,
The
and then the
Claudia
thing is,
fight
like,
too. I forgot about
we
that
always
shit.
I
show the
mean,
That was
highlights,
good.
and we're
listen,
like,
you guys both my girls, but that was one of my favorite fights from you. It didn't go your way, but man, you showed, hey, what's up? I could scrap. So,
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
you
Thanks.
won a lot of
Yeah.
fans on that
I
one.
was thinking of I was like, yeah, that I didn't lose that one. So but it's all good. I just have to
yeah,
channel what, like, that third round every round. And that's like has been my goal
yeah.
since that fight. To channel the second and third round every round.
So when you say that, is that just a sense of urgency from jump, or is it something else?
I think it's urgency, I think it's confidence, I think it's just being
So how
able
you
to
manufacture
react.
that? How you
Was that?
manufacture? How you manufacture? Like if you're getting yourself in the mindset of the third hound, how do you
Man,
get the confidence before
I
you
don't
have the
fucking
evidence?
know, man. Like,
No.
I think
Okay.
we're all trying to figure that shit out. Like, it's I don't know. Like, just having faith in your conditioning, faith in your training, faith in your training partners being able to push you. And I don't think you get that every camp. Like, some camps you feel like you're fucking everyone up. Some camps you feel like you're not able to get off anything that you've been working on. So it's hard to manifest that confidence in the same way every time. And you know, I think it's something that we all struggle with. I think it's something that, you know, I'm gonna work on until I retire, you know, and then that's gonna bleed into the next chapter of my life, getting confidence in other spaces. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just repetition and doing it every day, and knowing that you love it, and knowing that no matter what happens in there, you're still gonna love it the next day. I think that takes away a lot of the stress and a lot of the what ifs and scariness of competing. And I think everyone can relate to that kind of stuff, because it's like, you know, we're all working towards something. We're not just like waking up to sit on our ass every day. We all have goals and
Yeah, speak for yourself,
aspirations.
Poha. I've been
Except
there.
for
I did that. Now I'm
you.
trying to enjoy.
Except for you. That's the life, man. If I could be comfortable just sitting on my ass every day, I'd be happy,
Well,
you know? But
yeah, as long as somebody's sitting on here too, sitting on my lappy while I'm sitting on my ass, I
hey,
enjoy.
there you go.
I like to have that. I gotta enjoy
Yeah,
myself, Poha. That's how I treat
nice.
myself after the fights, you know.
Who's man?
That's like ultimate
Uh,
goals.
Who's man?
um,
hey, so do either of you? I'm sorry, Renato, did I interrupt?
no, you know, I guess nobody give a fuck what fight I like to enjoy. Um, but I'll tell you anyway. Um, you know, someone like ourselves who's seen a million fucking fight, we can enjoy even a fight that looked like a grappling festival or something that, you know, a tactical matchup or whatever. But if I was to found a fight that is for someone who never seen the UFC, never seen MMA, and I'm going, here's what you got to watch this shit, I would choose the fucking Pantera versus Cohen Zombie,
Ooh,
because
that was good.
that
That
one
was
looked
good.
like, you remember that one?
That's the up
Oh
elbow at the
yeah,
end.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, through all the shit, back and forth, crazy attrition, all that stuff, for it to end in like the last second on a fucking flying elbow, spinning elbow, it looked. If you saw it in a movie, you would throw your popcorn and say, "This is fucking bullshit." You understand?
Yeah.
But it's real lifey. I couldn't fucking believe that fight.
yeah.
And
Like
then
what
my
the fuck?
DVH, when I got upgraded my DVH, they didn't let me keep it, the recording of that one. So now I lost that fight forever on my TV. Oh well.
On your what?
The recording device, you know, they have,
Nice
it's
TV.
like Chivo.
The DVR.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah. His
So you
cable
know,
box.
what a shame. What a shame. No, I don't have that in New York. I
Cable
had the cable
box.
boxy. I had the hooked up one.
God, remember that? Was that Time Warner? Is Time Warner still
Yes,
in
you
New
remember
York?
in New York,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and
The
remember like
A and B.
I had the
yes,
one you click
yes.
in the back and
God,
you
I'm
get the
old.
different stuffs.
Oh no, and we
Yeah.
had
I
to start talking about
know.
Jack in the Box too, the video channel for the videos and all that stuff.
Jesus
But
Christ.
Oh yeah, and then you
I'm
had
old.
Video Music Boxy with Half McDaniels. Oh, I used to love that shit. But speaking of New York and that kind of shit like that, when you first came, so you know, I one stuff I like about you, Uriah, is that you know you vocal about how you got, you know, you got pick on when you was a kid, you know. So who was worse, the kids in fucking Jamaica or the fucking Jamaican kids in New York? Because I know those motherfuckers is ruthless in New York.
Yeah, I didn't really get bullied in Jamaica. In Jamaica, not wearing shoes wasn't a big deal. Not having the right outfit was a big deal. America was like, wake up, motherfucker. Especially in New York, which is the worst place to come as a kid because New York is like the jungle.
Yeah,
and
they'll
not
snap
having
on
a father figure,
Yeah, ruthless.
But here's the thing: I didn't even know what racism was. I didn't know any of that stuff. Like, what do you mean I can't do because I'm black? You know, it was just what the fuck. So New York, looking back now, and I get Steve Jobs said it the best. You know, you the dots are connected. You know, people are like, yeah, you should find all those guys. Like, for what? They made me into who I am today. There were some low moments in my life. There were some high moments, but it's all about growth. And I think the older I get to really realize the structure of life is designed that way. It's not really hard. It's hard as how you look at it. It's how you react to it. So,
what did they even make fun of? Like, it was always Haitian, or what they made
my
fun
skin color, I'm dark. The way I dress, you know, because I'm from Jamaica, so I didn't know how to put colors together.
So you dressed like Buju Banton, like you had the shorts and too much lotion on and stuff like that.
I love Buju
I didn't
Banton
have
in high
lotion.
school.
Yeah,
Oh God, you was like
I love
lotion
Buju.
streak.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. It was tight
Jarzinho,
jeans.
he don't like lotion either.
I didn't like lotion. Look at these elbows, man.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
I didn't like lotion.
Hey.
my eyes, my eyes.
You know, when they say black don't crack,
It does.
Oh no!
That you could play chick chat
Great
show on
name
the
in
fucking
it.
thing. You could play.
That's so you don't understand.
they used to
That
call
like
me.
triggers me
They used
so
to call
bad.
me
I have
Ash
like
Thunder.
gallons of lotion in my
Ah.
house at all times. I'm so like I was just about to say I'm very, never mind. I'm not gonna say the word, but I'm very yeah. It's all about the soft, supple skin.
That's Ashford
Yeah,
and Simpson.
You light skinned folks don't have this problem, so
No, we
You
got
can
other
still see
problems.
my ash.
You know,
You can still see
When
But
my
you got
ash.
to really dig deep.
Maybe not
You
right
got to
now,
really
but
dig deep.
Yeah, see, there's mine. It's
sometimes
pretty
I
good.
come
Damn
in the
ass.
oh,
sometimes
No,
I
Thick
come
mine's
into
good.
training and I take off
In
my
the winter.
sweatpants and I'm like,
Pointy.
putting those back on until I break a sweat.
Nice.
My coach, he murders me in the morning, man. He's like, bro,
Oh no.
I'm gonna start bringing lotion for you. I'm like,
How do you survive in New York like that? I can only imagine the winter. You look like a Frosty the Snowman.
I do, man. Listen, I own it, man. I just own it. It's all about
Man.
confidence.
But you
You
know
just
what?
get used to it.
They probably think you're white because you got so much fucking ash, and then they're like, "Hide this way, Mr. Howe."
Hey, it only works when you get pulled over by the cops. Like, ah, shit.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh,
We gotta do a sketch where you get pulled over and you're like, "Don't worry, baby," and then you're like, "Oh, God, are you, officer? What seems to be the problem?" Nothing, young man.
Is there a problem?
And that's where the fact that you're so well spoken comes in handy, Uriah.
Oh yeah, I switched that shit.
Well,
Listen,
sir,
I used to
didn't
be.
know. What are you?
I used to be that mean guy. What the fuck did you pull me over for? You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you can't.
I pay you, motherfucker. You fucking
nah.
broke bastard. I'm that guy.
You know what?
90% of the time it worked, but as I got older, I'm like, you know what?
It don't
Not
work.
all of them are assholes.
But you're gonna lose that fight at the end. They always gonna win that. It's like the casino. The house always gonna win on that one.
You haven't hung out with me when you get pulled over with the cops.
Yeah. I
You haven't hung out with me.
Oh yeah. Well, I have my fair share, my brother. They must think that I'm like Chico the Barge or something like that. But they thought I was Puerto Rican. That's why they say, "Hey, Chico, get over here. Let me see some ID."
I know my rights. My brother's a sergeant, so he taught me most of this shit.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't care about that. They go like this, "Hey, let me see some ID, brother."
I know my shit.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Shit. I'm confident. There's a time and place to be like, back the fuck up, and there's a time to be like, yes, sir, master. So, you know, I totally get it. You know, I'm not gonna.
I've been with the vagina before. I've enjoyed it.
I've used my penis. 20 kids.
I've used my penis on that one. I prefer the not on the kid, on the vagina. I've used 20. I don't identify as someone who have 20 kids. I identify as someone who have no kid for her.
You identify.
Yeah. So please respect that one. I don't have.
Oh man.
I prefer to be unchild. Yeah. Instead of with
Uriah.
child, I'm without child.
I have a question. Uriah, and Angela. Have either of you ever trained with Renato? Because
No.
that's one thing, we do Tuesday Night Festivities, and we've been doing this now for a little while, and a few weeks. And it's great to have UFC fighters on and professional fighters and everything. But I do know that obviously when I have Renato here, that sometimes jiu-jitsu is, something that I would like to kind of ask you guys about, and maybe just to sort of service the fact that we have him here as well. I'm just curious if you guys ever trained with him or.
No, we haven't got a chance to train ever.
I would.
We only seen each other in passing and stuff at events and stuff like that. In fact, I think I saw both of you guys at the same one at that. It's like a barn. It's like a big barn or some shit or whatever.
The OC.
What the fuck in the OC?
The fairgrounds.
The fairgrounds in OC. You remember? I don't know.
Oh, when I fought.
In
I fought in Invicta and I saw you
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And I was played cool because your husband was there. I tried to.
You're very polite.
Well, I don't want him, to take away his thunder or whatever. But he was,
I hated grappling for a long time.
If I ever dream of Renato, I'm gonna need him to get a sex change first.
You need me to have a sex change? That's racist.
He has been hanging out with a vagina.
Just because I have a penis and just because I have more penis than you're used to, then you discriminate against that one. It's too heavy.
Penis?
It's a different weight class from you.
People are upset now. Some people are just discovering, Angie, that you're married in the comments here. They're like, Angie's married. Oh, no.
Yeah, they've been drooling over you in the comments.
Man.
Yeah, keep your life private, man.
Digits.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Angie.
Uriah. I say that, and I'm like, who's Uriah? Like, because I will say, Uriah, I would imagine that you would be one of the more eligible bachelors in the UFC. Like, I always see you keeping your private life private. Yeah, but like, are you taken? Are you can the ladies and gentlemen out there admire you and wonder if they could actually have a chance?
All I gotta say, there's a special someone.
Oh,
Okay.
for you?
Well,
You have a special.
I don't listen. The internet found out my last fight that I was 37. They were like, "Wait, what the fuck?" I mean, black don't crack, but why am I spreading my
I'm
business,
95.
man?
You look good. Both of y'all. Damn, Karyn.
And it's for me, man. It has nothing to not talk about, the person, but the internet is fucking nuts, man. There's just too many weird motherfuckers out there. There's a lot of good mofos, but some weird mofos out there, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize this person's privacy and stuff like that.
That's smart.
Wow.
That's smart. But I guess I asked because I just like to know that you guys at the end of the day, like, have someone looking after you, because what you do for a living is very tough and very stressful. And I also know that for fighters, that having the person that, supports them, and even if sometimes it's the person that like sucks it up and does the laundry or meal preps for you or whatever, because it's a selfish pursuit that you have. So to be able to find somebody that can be supportive in that area is a real like awesome thing to be able to find somebody.
Wait,
Well, I have friends too, man. Like my friends and my family, especially after my last fight, the confidence that I recognize, whether it's my coaches or my friends, my family, even some fans who I had celebrities reaching out to me. I'm like, you know who the fuck I am? Those were the cool moments. Of course, my dumbass was pleading into like the negative affirmation, the negative comments, because I'm sensitive to that. I mean, I'm a human being too. I go out there and I punch you, but
everybody do that.
Everyone.
You get 100 good ones. And
right.
Yeah.
Damn it, they don't like me. I
It's
want you
human
to like
nature.
me.
It's human nature. It's not just you, Paul. Hey, who was?
You can't please everybody, and
Of course.
And the world is so big. What is it, 7.5 billion people? Not everyone's gonna like you. There are people in here right now like, look at this dumb motherfucker. They're looking at me like that. And that's okay. As long as you get to be okay with who you are, man.
Same here. They've been saying shit. They say shit about all of us once in a while. Fuck it. What are you gonna do? I can't change none of that. I'm gonna be who I am. What celebrity tripped you out the most?
Man, I had some cool ones.
One that you went, how the fuck this guy know me? Like
Chris Pratt.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
But he's also you can't be that surprised because he's a big UFC fan.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, UFC roster is so big, but I met him in LA at a gym and did the introduction to it, and it was funny. Like he came in the gym, it's called Unbreakable Gym, and he came in, and then he walked in, and I was on the mat doing some workout, and he was like, "Is that Uriah motherfucking Hall?" And I was like, "Oh shit, Star-Lord." My dumb ass said
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, you know? And I'm like,
But he
and
liked
then
that.
my friend's like, it's Chris Pratt. Like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what's up, Chris Pratt, man? One of the most genuine human
Star-Lord.
being I've ever met. Ziggy Marley, who I'm like,
Wow.
Bob Marley's like my idol. Ziggy
I got
Marley
amazing
wrote
ones
me
too, and
like,
I
hey
was like,
man,
oh my
keep
God.
your head up, blah blah blah. Ziggy fucking Marley.
That's
I'm friends with Shannon Lee, which is Bruce Lee's daughter. You know, we talk all the time. So for these legends to talk to someone like me and they know who I am, that makes me feel really good.
yeah, and they probably nerd out about you because all those celebrities love the fighter.
Yep.
They
Gordon
love
Ramsay. I know Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
I just
Ramsay.
gotta throw that in there.
Did he curse at you? Did he curse you out and say, "This is fucking bullshit"? You know? I've never seen that guy happy.
You go out there
Bro.
and you fucking lose to this guy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Mike?
Exact. Fucking. How about you, Angela? Who's like somebody a celebrity? Bill Cosby, maybe the Cos, your idol.
R. Kelly, actually, he
What? H.
invited
Kelly
me to
talk to
fight
you?
camp.
H. Kelly.
I want to see
hang
that
out?
video.
He helped you
No,
lose
the
weight.
video is.
H. Kelly gonna help you lose the urine, the water weight for her.
Yeah, he'll
You
get
know?
me nice and dehydrated.
Oh,
We should not be joking about that.
oh, my bad.
Man, I mean,
I forgot.
you gotta joke about
Fucked
things
up.
that are sad, otherwise you'll stay
It is what
like
it is.
in a bad
You're right.
brain space.
You're right.
Yeah, you gotta.
You're right. But it's
my
funny
family
because-
growing up, we would always joke about the worst shit, like like things you probably shouldn't joke about because that's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
But I think
Hey, Linda.
my biggest celebrity is probably, man, I don't know. Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. He's pretty. He's like really into MMA. Tony Ferguson belted him. Like he's just like really into MMA and like the whole like lifestyle and stuff. And he hit me up after a fight a while back. So like every now and then like we'll like send each other memes or like he'll like give me like a little word of encouragement before a fight or whatever. And it's just crazy to me because like I always think of me and my girlfriends in high school watching his movies and going, "Oh my God, Freddie Prinze Jr."
Yeah, well,
And I wish I could
you
like,
still
tell
do?
myself
You
then,
still do?
you know? Like, yo, like he's gonna be texting you one day, and I'll be like, "What's a text?"
That's what I'm
You know?
asking. Like, is he sliding into your DMs? Like, when you say they reach out, it's like, well, how did they reach out?
Oh no, he was very polite. He's happily married and everything. Like there's none of that there, but he's really cool, and it's just like weird. It's weird to know.
I did last summer afterward just to remember him like in the old days or whatever after he did that.
Say it
Wait,
again.
Renato, we didn't hear you say that again.
Last summer after he talked to you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, let him do the robot. Yeah, Renato, you're in, your wife.
Oh no.
Can't
Am I back
understand
or
you.
no? I'm fucked up.
You're back.
Okay.
I said, did you watch I Know What You Did Last Summer afterwards?
I saw that.
To-
I saw
to-
that.
But to get like jazzed up after you saw it, you say, "Oh, caralho." Yeah.
I'm like, man.
I like the part where what's her name do like, "Hey, come here, we here," and the titties.
No,
were
what are you
shaking.
waiting for?
Yeah,
She's
what
like,
you waiting for?
What
And them
are you
titties were going like that.
Coming for Love Julia, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
I
that.
saw her in
That
the
one.
city.
With the
Yeah.
titties. You said with the titties.
Yeah, the
What
titties
are
was
you?
going like
She
this.
bounced.
She
She
goes,
like
"What are you
bounced.
waiting for?" Wee.
What
And then I
are
was
you
like,
waiting
"Shit,
for?"
I'm coming for her. I know what you're doing. I know what you did last October. I'm gonna come next summer. We're gonna come to my place."
That was a good movie. What was that, the early 2000s, right?
Yeah, either that or maybe even the late 90s.
Late 90s or something.
Was it
Yeah.
late 90s? Oh,
Maybe. I
man,
can't
I'm
even
old.
remember.
Fuck.
It might have been. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
man.
I remember it.
I go through
like,
that
I
every
remember
day.
thinking of- yeah,
I'm like 6 months behind you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're the same
What?
age?
Well,
the
I'm
fuck outta
36. I'm very young.
You're 36?
Nobody knew that. See, now
They
you
sh-
fucking
Don't
up.
tell the internet.
They should put your face on the fucking slogan, Black Don't Crack. Your face should be right fucking there. Damn.
Yeah, we
See,
need to get you
nobody
some,
would have known that. Keep your
I
shit to
know.
yourself.
Why you gotta
I know.
put a
Well-
pen on it?
Like you were saying before, Uriah, with the internet, like being all up in your grill. Yeah, like literally there was something one time on Wikipedia that we were trying to correct, and then they were saying something like, well, you don't know. And it's like, No, I actually really do know because it's me, and like I'm not that age or whatever. Like I really, I can vouch. Like that's not true.
Yeah.
You don't know. The best, so lately, I've been getting asked if I'm that guy, right? They're like, man, you look
Right.
like that Uriah, like yesterday. Oh my God. So I walked into freaking CVS to pick some stuff up, and my dumb ass wore a UFC shirt, which I never do. I never
You
advertise it.
shouldn't. Oh my
I
gosh.
shouldn't, but it was a moment, and I was like, I'm gonna train anyways, whatever. And I wore the UFC shirt. I'm going in. This big dude, he was looking at me, and he was like, "Oh, you UFC fighter or something?" I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "You a UFC fighter or something?" I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, "Man, you look like that big fella, that not that Francis dude, that big fella, that
Oh,
man." And I'm like, "Uriah Hall? Yeah, you look like Uriah Hall guy, man." I'm like, "I do." He's like, "Yeah, man, I be getting that sometimes, bro." And then we both just went our separate ways
That's the best way to play
nice.
it. That's the
all the
Yeah.
best way to
time.
play it.
Is that how you
Nice.
usually
The
play
Chris
it?
Weidman fight, I'm in the tub, and some dude was like, "Man, did you see that fight that weekend? That dude broke his leg." I'm like,
Yeah, I guess a
yeah,
goddamn
I was
for her.
there.
I was there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was there. I saw that.
That's awesome.
I had a really good seat.
I really hope that there's a moment where he realizes who he was talking to, like hours after he walks away, just
Right.
like, oh.
He might find out now. He might be watching this shit now. You never know.
My
Hey,
fame
you
works
know.
sometimes when I get pulled over certain times by the cops. Hey, you right? What's up, man? I'm like, hey, officer. Hey, man. My bad, man. I didn't even know that. I didn't see that stop sign, man. You know, my
Right.
bad.
Yo,
man.
quit getting
No.
pulled over. You're safe.
Don't
Not
I
all
think
the
no, but
time.
literally, I've said because I've said this before, and I've like told because my brother lives in Florida and stuff like this. But like, I've literally said like, "Yo, have a picture of like me and Dana like really close by on your phone." You know what I mean? Like if I ever get pulled over, like I don't Dana White. You know what I mean? I real Dana's my boy. Like I just want to just like because I don't
That
even want to
almost
like
worked for me because I was actually coming from a meeting with Dana one time, and I'm
yeah.
leaving the Performance Institute or whatever, and I swerved on to get on the freeway. I mean, I had to speed up anyways. This motherfucker sped up behind me, and she pulled me over or whatever, and of course she
Yeah.
ordered another cop car, and then she's like, "You know how fast you going?" I was like, "How fast?" She's like, "Well, you were doing 86." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, because I was doing 80." So she gave herself away. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
totally.
officer, I didn't know I was doing. I was literally, and I just kind of blurred it out. I was coming from the UFC Performance Institute. I had a meeting with Dana. She's like, "Oh, your name dropping?"
Ah,
No, not really, but I guess so. And then
did it work for you or no?
no, I didn't.
Ah,
Gotta take
What?
it.
I thought it would work.
I thought so
The
too.
whole time the
Damn.
other guy was in office, I just was like, just tell everybody you know Dana.
Yeah. Maybe she did too many favors for Dana that week.
She probably did.
She was all out.
yeah. Imagine how
Like,
much
Yeah,
that
this
she was
shit
definitely-
motherfucker
happened.
again.
Oh,
Sick of
But I
that.
did it subconsciously. I didn't even try to name drop. It was like I was just trying to be
you're
honest,
just telling the truth.
Yeah.
which never fucking works. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck out of here, man.
Gotta lie.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I'm looking for Angie, but Hanato's back. What were you going to say? I was going to let Uriah go in a minute, but what do you
yeah,
have?
well,
The last-
not to listen. You said that we all fighting battles and stuff like that, and it's true because my whole life I'm in battle with combination skin. Sometimes part of this here is dry, and then this one is oil, and then the different stuffs I had to put to even that one. But look at the end result is this. Look, that one. So I guess.
What the fuck? What does
I'm
happen?
just trying to live on a positive note for her, that we can overcome any struggle and any battle. If I can overcome that one. You had a lot of stuff. You talked about the bullying and stuff that went on to you when you was a kid because your complexion, stuff like that. I went through a lot of stuff growing up too. The bully, they was relentless with me. They would call me all kind of shit. They would call, "Hey, donkey dick, perfect body, perfect body. Look at you, you true light skinned, you true. Oh, look at you, look, pretty boy." And I had to live that down. This kid was relentless.
I highly
was
think
jealous.
donkey dick is an insult. It sounds like a compliment to me, champ.
Well, some of those things later in life they realize it's an attribute. It's like a positive. And then but who knows these days? God, are you? These kids, they just won't let up.
Oh, kids will
Now
be
they're
kids,
sorry.
man. Kids,
Now they're gonna be sorry.
kids are
On that note,
assholes, man.
Uriah,
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
do we have any fight news for you or anything before we let you go?
I would love to get back in there. Maybe in the year or at the beginning of next. I've been training since the pandemic hit, which was what, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've been in and out in training. I moved in the gym. I'm still focused, of course. I don't even know what to do with my free time. I'm like, oh shit, there's time. So
Yeah.
I like to stay regimented. Of course, my coach is on my ass to not get
Yep.
fat. So
Yep.
hopefully, either by the end of the year or the beginning of next early, I would love to get back in
Cool.
there.
Cool.
Who would you
Oh,
like
well,
if you could pick it? You could play Dana White for a minute. Who would be the best case scenario for you?
There
Oh,
she is.
Oh.
looky.
she's back.
Welcome back.
Renato had just asked Uriah what's his ideal matchup for his next fight.
Ooh.
First of all, with the way everything happened from Anderson Silva to Chris Weidman to my last fight, I personally feel from a learning standpoint, the Anderson needed to happen because that emotional side of me had to be released. I mean,
Mhm.
I idolized the guy. It was the hardest thing ever. It was like beating up my dad. Chris Weidman was the first guy I ever lost to, so that emotional side had to be released. And I've never been in a war before, and I never fought someone 25 minutes where I had to dig deep and not being able to see and so many adversities had to take over. I felt like all of that needed to happen. I'm at a place where I can honestly say it doesn't matter. And it's easy for me to say that, and it's hard for other people to understand because of the ranking system was a joke by the way,
Yeah.
and how they're like, well, you don't deserve this, you should fight this, but I have to think I'm number one. All of us have to think we're number one. You have to have that mindset to say I'm unbeatable. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but I have to say I'm the best. With
Of
that
course.
mentality and that mindset is what's going to propel me to go in there and kick ass. And sometimes it doesn't work that way, but that's when the learning comes in. You never lose. You win or you learn, and that's how I look at it. So I'm ready for anybody, but if there's a guy right now I would love to smash, that didn't come out right. Beat up.
Oh, Karyn,
Yeah, it
Take that back.
did.
you caught
Yeah,
yourself.
dude. That's what I was gonna
The,
say. I'm
the,
like,
the internet is
yeah,
gonna go
dude.
wild right now for that
That
comment.
mustache, huh?
If there's a guy right now I would love to take on, it'd probably be Darren Till. I wanted that
That would
fight
be.
for a
You
long
know what?
time.
That would be great, actually.
I'm still trying to
Every
get to Izzy, man. I
everything.
got a little slump, but that's my guy. He excites me because I know his style, but I know what I
Yeah.
got to do. I got to play the game. I got to beat all these motherfuckers ahead of me. I got to get the top 5. I got to go up against some of the best again if necessary, and I got to
Yeah.
get to him. Doesn't matter what anyone say. I'm still here, man. I'm Benjamin Button, 37, but I feel 25. I feel good. I look great. Fuck it. Let's do it.
You don't mind if you do.
You versus Izzy would be amazing.
I know. I'm hoping someone gets hurt where I'll be like, I'm here, sir.
We want both of
Yes.
those. We want that one. I think Darren Till or Izzy. That's the kind of fight the fans want to see.
Yes.
People be salivating for that shit.
Yeah, I would love to I would love to. And I got nothing against Till. In the beginning, I'm like, he's a schmuck.
Be
He
great.
still is, but I think I know I can beat him.
You love his accent. He's gonna be.
I hate his accent. He speaks better Portuguese than English. Have you heard that motherfucker speaks English? Like,
I have.
What the fuck are you saying? His Portuguese, I don't know Portuguese, but I understand him when he speaks for some reason. But his English is just straight trash.
Wow, that's a scouse. He's a scouser.
Straight trash.
Nah.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't fucking care. I don't fucking
Uriah Hall. I don't fucking care. I fucking eat your ass. What?
It's the high pitched part that
I don't fucking care.
And who's this Patty kid with the fucking bowl haircut? Who's that kid?
Man.
Is that his
I
cousin?
love all that shit. That's your
cousin
Patty
or
It's
something?
amazing.
He's funny, man. I'm the new dog in the house. I'm like, shut your bowl, Kevin head up.
But you gotta enjoy that shit. You said yourself, you gotta believe you're number one. You gotta
believe it. You gotta believe it.
That shit.
Not
everybody can be
He's milking it too.
Scouse.
He's milking the fuck out of it because he knows, oh man, this is America. Americans love weird shit. Let's do it.
Fuck it, you might as well.
Americans love weird shit. We do.
You gotta
we're
pay
so
the bill.
fucking weird.
And Ange, for you, I know I ask you this all the time because folks who don't know, we do a podcast together. What had happened was every Monday. But Ange, for those who don't know, you're standing by. Do you have a fight lined up yet?
No, I don't. No fight yet. I'm waiting for the call, staying ready. I have my list of upcoming strawweight fights. There's like 10 coming up before from now to mid-December.
This chick will fall out. This won't make weight. This will fall out. This one won't make weight. Right.
Yeah,
so much
exactly.
potential.
I'm staying ready, man. Every time I see somebody get replaced, I'm like, Mick, come on, man. Like Emily Whitmire, she ended up fighting, but then they're like, you're not gonna fight Emily Whitmire. Come on. But at the same time, it's like,
Angela,
you have a choice. Do you fight someone who's huge at 125, or do you fight someone who will show up on weight? And I guess they didn't choose me. So
wait, you didn't fight Emily? Did you fight Emily?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
what's that?
No.
I thought you fought Emily.
I'm saying she went up in weight class to fight Hannah Goldie, and she was her fight was one of the ones on my list. I think I forget who she was supposed to fight, but that girl ended up not making it, and then she fought Hannah Goldie at 125, which is I don't know if you know who Hannah Goldie is, but she's stacked.
Trapped.
She's just
like she's yoked.
No neck.
She's so yoked.
Tits out to here.
Wait, what
I don't know how she makes 115. Yeah, you know.
She have a chitties out your here, Karyn.
Damn.
They would I could use them to hold up the phone if I was Goldie. I'd just be like this.
Tell Goldie to where to find me.
They're useful. They're shelves.
I'm gonna give her privates. I'm gonna give her some of my world famous privates.
She would love that.
God.
Who's that girl that crapped herself? Wasn't there a girl that crapped herself?
That was Quiche, Justine Quiche.
I heard someone bought her shorts.
Aye!
And a hefty amount of money too.
Someone in like Japan or something like that?
No, I'm pretty sure it's from here.
It heavy duty still, or they washed the one? It's washed or it's still heavy it wasn't washed. Duty?
No, they're not washed. There's no point of buying them if they're washed.
Do you think he changed some of the same properties as in the beginning?
Wait, what?
Do you think he changed some of like the strong smell?
No, you gotta send it raw. Yeah, that's what they pay for. Otherwise,
What do you mean she's shitting it again, or it's the same dry shit from before?
Yeah, you gotta save everything.
Uriah, I think maybe now's a great time to say goodnight.
Yeah, thanks,
I'm
guys.
sorry I brought that one up, but yeah.
I will keep Renato on so that we can wrap up here, but
we got some shit to talk about.
I'm just going to take the high road here before we really digress into Lord only knows what.
Don't talk about that. That never happened.
Well, you guys brought it up. I didn't even brought it up.
Justine is an awesome person.
She is. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. I feel terrible. I was more talking about the person in shorts. This guy over here went off with.
You said someone bought her filthy shorts.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm just gonna leave it. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I know you're a sweet girl.
Justine, we really like
I like you. I apologize. I heard someone bought your shorts. That's all I was sharing. I don't know why I shared that news. I guess I'm weird like that. Anyways, it's a pleasure.
Listen, Uriah, thank you so much for joining us, and
thank you
for joining us and being candid awesome. and keeping it real with us. I think that's one thing that is. Obviously, your skill set inside the octagon is one thing that obviously attracts fans, but the fact that you really keep it real and you have been candid about your struggles and whatever, I think that's a really positive, wonderful thing, and I thank you for doing that because
and your mustache and your body, and a lot of the male fan is interested in that one too.
Yeah,
I had some weird stuff in my DMs, man, from dudes. So
they're gonna enjoy you. It's not weird if you attract, you're gonna attract all kind of stuff.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you think gay men don't like to look at your uncle?
I was just gonna say, Uriah, I have a lot of friends that are big fans.
You know what I look like? A sugar daddy. You ever had those ones?
I don't know how to take that, guys. I don't know how to take that.
I'm just saying.
Take it like a compliment.
I got a lot of friends that are fans.
Just thank you.
Chelsea.
Just thank you is exactly what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
the
guys.
meatpacking district for her. You said Chelsea.
And Angela,
How you
we will
think you
let you
got
go
that
as well. Thank you. It looks like you're on the mats training. You're working, hustling always.
Well, I've just been sitting, but yeah. Yup. Thank
Someone
you.
wrote,
Ashy elbow
"How long
crew.
Angie been holding that phone?"
I know.
I
I know.
know. This is part of my training today. My you can see the veins in my forearm.
That right arm is gonna be like this. So where we going today, guys?
Yeah.
I had to even out the other arm, you know. So
That's awesome. Well, listen, I really appreciate it, you guys. You know,
you.
I think you guys are both just great. Angie, I see you every week. But yeah, you're right. We got to get you in the mix more often because I
Yeah,
feel
let me
like
know.
people
This
don't
was
hear from
fun.
you enough. And I think it would be really fun to have you doing some stuff with us more often.
Thank
So
you guys for
Yeah.
having me. Nice to meet you again, Renato.
Yeah, it was
Angie.
a pleasure for you to saw me again, both of you guys. I'm glad. I'm happy for you guys.
okay.
Okay.
I love this guy.
All
I
right,
love
guys.
him.
Thank you. Renato, stay here, though. I need to ask
Okay,
you a
I'm
couple
gonna
of
stay.
questions.
Caralho,
Thank you,
enjoy
Uriah.
it.
All right,
Bye.
bye guys.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ange.
ciao.
See you guys.
How do you get off this
Oh,
thing?
they're so.
You
It's just
press
bye.
the X.
Yeah.
Oh, the X.
The X.
You gotta hang up
Not the
though
one,
now.
See
not
how
the
old
Chit
I
Chat
am.
Show on your elbow X, the fucking thing on the thing.
Not
You
this
got
guy.
surprised. Wait, do one game of Chit Chat Show and there. Oh, caralho, that's X's and all. Oh, caralho.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Okay, my brother.
All right, Uriah, take it easy.
Ciao.
Oh, that's hilarious. The ashy Hanach, it's a thing.
This
We
is a
might need
problem.
to brand our own. We might need to brand Tuesday Night lotion or something
well,
because
you know,
I'm sensing a problem among our community that you and I might be able to fix.
It seems to be a problem among the African, but who is not American.
Right.
I think the African American have been bullied into understanding that you have to have the lotion. You understand? And the chapstick. But these African brothers and these guys from wherever the fuck, where's a Jazinho from?
Suriname.
And those
Yeah.
places, the exotic places like that, the tropical stuffs, those guys just forgot about lotion here.
I don't know.
And they come from the place where you have all that shit that we use come from. The jojoba oil and the fucking
It grows on the trees.
Yeah, coconut milk and fucking walnut oil, whatever, zucchini oil. Who the fuck knows? They got all that shit, guavas and pineapples and shit. You hub some of that one on your fucking. Would it kill you to have some coconut milk on your fucking elbows? Oh, caralho. Well.
Agreed. Well, you know what, Hanach, I just thought, you know, now that our guests have gone or whatever, I'm curious on your take because I think we kind of actually covered a lot of interesting things.
We did. Mostly it was the stuff I was talking about that was interesting, but that's just my preference.
No, you did. You brought up a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? So what's next?
Thank you.
Well,
no, I just wanted to say, like,
well,
I'm just curious because I don't know how much, and I don't know if you could tell. I was trying to see if they had. I didn't know they had. Neither of them had really trained with you before because I feel like, you know, we all kind of consider for both of them actually they're both more strikers, and so that's why part of why I wanted to have them on was to introduce them to you a little bit more because I didn't know if they wanted to round out their ground training with you.
Yeah, it's gonna cost though. It's gonna cost an arms and also a leg.
Well, I mean, but it would behoove you as well, though, to train with them, wouldn't it? I mean, like to say, hey, I've got the number 9 middleweight Uriah Hall, and you know, top strawweight. Like,
listen, I don't need any hooves. Or I didn't say nothing about hooves, or it behooving me or whatever. It's the arm. It's cost an arm and a leg. I mean, they're gonna have to pay for that one. They're gonna have to pay through the nose for her because I don't work cheap.
Okay.
You know?
I didn't know. I don't know actually I don't know what you charge for like seminars or privates.
It's seasonal. You know, like when you go to a Chinese restaurant and then you see like lobster, firecracker, shrimp, or whatever, and then it don't even have the price because it's seasonal. That means it's if you have to ask, you can't afford that one for her.
Okay.
But anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. You know. So anyway, Was it shocking to find out that I was that I was bullied as a child, and that they was they was jealous from me?
Well, you said they were bullying you because of your looks?
A lot of time, yeah. There was my looks, my physique. A lot of them was jealous of my physique, you know.
And where did you grow up?
Yeah, here,
Here and there?
No, not
Right.
here and there, not here and there. Rio de Janeiro.
Rio. Oh, Rio. Oh, sorry. I misunderstood.
The kids can be
sorry.
very unforgiving out there.
Right. No, I mean, obviously, listen, we've heard from a lot of the Brazilian fight, Charles Oliveira, all these guys like Jose Aldo, a lot of these guys who fought their ways out of the favela. So I totally understand that you probably were confronted with certain things before. Do you think that what do you think it was that got you through it?
Yeah, self-reliance, be confident, and also, I was, and my God.
Your God.
Yeah, my God and Jesus Christ was help to that one.
Okay.
Okay, so next on the agenda, I guess maybe who you guys want to, before we start, before we finish, to end this one on a sour note, what's the fucking, who you guys want to see?
Yes.
Yeah, I did make it out of Tatooine. One of these guys was talking about how I was on Tatooine the other week. You know, the fucking desert planet, when my fucking car and everything.
Oh, on Tatooine.
But
yeah,
I'm alive.
With
I'm alive, and I'm starting to come back to my original form.
I'm glad to see you.
The lightings, God, I got
the light. I see Moolah booking from Boston. I saw somebody saying hi from England, so thank you. And here's the thing, Ahmed from England. I wanted to say actually, Hanach, at some point, I don't know what your schedule is, but I think one time it might be kind of fun for us to try to do an edition where we get some of our English and European friends, or people from Great Britain or whatever. So maybe at one point, maybe we'll do this at a different time one of these nights to try to be able to invite some of our friends from over
either
there.
that, or they can get up at the crack of dawn so that your uncle Hanach can enjoy himself and relax at a reasonable hour. Listen, they gotta pay their dues. I've already paid my fucking dues. It's time for me to stay up and do what I want to do. Yeah,
you do.
And you're right. I do look fantastic. Some of these people. I notice sometimes you selective which comment you want to heed.
Do I?
But when you see ones that's talk about
I
say
thought
something
I was
nice about
reading
you.
the ones that said, well, somebody's asking me. Moolah was asking me what part of Boston I'm from. I grew up off of exit 32 off of Route 495, so I grew up in Westford.
Listen, that's either here or there. They're more concerned. Somebody was also concerned my skin hedgement, but whatever,
Well, Renato, if I see any women trying to get in your DMs here, I will pass them on.
Somebody said I look like Glengarry. I guess that's like a maybe a Armenian fellow or something like that.
I don't know.
What's a Glengarry for her?
I don't know, but my cousins are Armenian. What up, Savan and Norik?
My homeboy Phil Casayus from fucking New York said, "How did we book David Robinson? He think Uriah looked like the Admiral." Yeah.
Okay, well, so somebody says that you got his ex-wife pregnant.
Well, that's on his ex-wifey. What happened between me and his ex-wifey is between my God and also Planned Parenthood, boy.
I'm just gonna say, hope it wasn't in Texas.
Well, she should have got some more B vitamin, some Plan B vitamin in her diet before, because I'm not his sponsor to that one.
Right. Well, let me see if there are any questions. While we're here, while it's just the two of us, if people have any questions here. Oh, somebody says, here we go, Hanach. This is a question for you. Nmade777 says, what would you do if you were not affiliated with MMA?
Who, me? What would I do? Oh, I do a lot of shit anyway. I'm a man of the world. I'm a world-renowned coxman. I do a comedy stuff. I'm I'm designing my own fragrance. I mix my own fragrance and also beauty care product. I play if I'm high or drunk. I play the bongo drums and stuff like that. I can do a lot. I'm a man of many talent, boy.
When you say fragrance and like beauty products, what kind of stuff?
Well, the different various fragrance. Like a cologne. Like I do my own
Based, like what are you saying? Because I
do
wear
an
a lot of
artisan
cologne.
huh?
As sad as this is, I'm sad. I'm like embarrassed to admit this that
Yeah.
I put perfume on before I like came to do the show, which is weird.
Yeah, because you're afraid that I'm not gonna be attracted. You're trying everything you
We're
can.
on the internet and you cannot smell me, and
Yeah.
yet I still put perfume on.
Because the perfume gonna give you confidence, and then if you don't want your Uncle Hanach to smell weakness, so you need to be confident, or I'm gonna hunt all over you. So that's why you did that. It's for the extra for you. Yeah, somebody said you put a frankincense, and that's one of the smell I put in there.
I actually really like frankincense. I honestly, as I was doing it, I was like, "What am I doing? I'm getting like you." I'm embarrassed to say it, but I put perfume on to do a freaking show over the internet.
I'm not surprised. I bet you was also shave your legs to do a thing with me on Zoom, and also pluck you or wax you, whatever stuffs. You know, I'm not afraid. I'm not surprised. You gotta look good when you're in front of your Uncle Hanach. You also gotta smell good.
I'm not in front of you.
Well, yeah, true. You're not behind me either sometimes. But you know what? I prefer to make us the one that have some nutmeg and frankincense. God, are you?
Somebody said, "You sure you're not mistake for Glengarry Glen Ross?" By the way, I can give you every single word of that movie.
I love that movie, Paul.
I know that word for word, and I've actually seen it on Broadway as well too. Glengarry Glen Ross.
God, I love that shit. My favorite is anything with Hickey Homer, when he's in the Chinese restaurant, and he's like,
yes.
"What is this? This is a piece of land."
Of land.
Yeah, an
Is it
opportunity
this?
to make
I don't
money?
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I fucking love that. And then when he and Shelly in the machine is doing that hunt down, and he's like,
"Yes,
I don't know how much the exact amount of what was that magazine called that you I love that.
Yes.
Oh, let me put
Shelly.
a piece of gum so you chew it. Oh, oh,
yeah."
Oh, how fucked up you are. Oh, what did he say about Shelly? He goes, oh, but your friend does something nice, and all that comes out of your mouth is bile. Ooh,
bile.
Oh, right.
Mine is go to lunch. Will you go to lunch? Will you go to lunch?
I love Gestapo tactics. Gestapo tactics. Gestapo tactics.
And then also he's like, you got to know the play. Because when he comes in, oh, no. We sent those checks in yesterday. You're all set. And Pacino's like,
you fucking child.
You effing guy.
Yeah.
You effing F.
Yeah.
You effing, like, oh.
When I find out whose cousin you are, whose dick you're sucking on, I'm going to have your fucking job, shithead. I'm going to have your fucking job, shit. Where did you think that you could work with men?
Right, men.
You fairy. You company man. You fairy.
We are so doing a Glengarry Glen Ross. Well, the thing that's so sad is that I love that so much, and there's like no chicks in it. You know what I mean?
It's about a man. It's about men.
It's a man's book, but it's brilliant, and I literally it's one of the movies that I have watched the most in my life.
It's a great
and I literally have seen it on Broadway as well.
What about put that coffee down for her? You know that part?
Yeah. Put that coffee.
What about fuck you? That's my name.
Right. Yeah. Coffee is for closers. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what? Second place, set a steak knife. Third place is you're fired.
What about I'm going to Mitch and Murray? I'm going to Lemkin.
Mitch and Murray.
I'm going to Lemkin. And you don't even. You know what? That's a
good lead.
You know what? That's great hiding, because the thing I love about that is in a lot of stupid fucking movies they would have to have a backstory. Who the fuck is Lemkin? And he's that guy.
No, doesn't matter.
All you know how he said it. I'm going to Lemkin. You know, the audience imagination. You go, fuck, not Lemkin, Porha.
No,
and that's all you gotta fucking hide. You don't need the backstory. I don't gotta know everything. You know.
It's freaking brilliant. Ed Harris, when Shelly's in the phone booth and the rain, it's so. The Shelly character is so
heartbreaking.
It's I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
It's
one of the best. It's one of the very best. It's
it really is.
incredible.
Well, maybe Renato, maybe one day, you know, I know this is Tuesday Night Festivities. Maybe at some point, I feel like we're going to grow. I feel like if people are watching us, if they're enjoying it, eventually maybe we could do different things. Like we could do sometimes, or maybe this is the thing. If people tell us what they want to hear, like we could actually do movie reviews or show reviews or like Henach's, you know, Henach's recommendations. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Wow.
But I
You're
feel
suffocating me right now. I'm a free bird. I gotta, you know, caralho.
I don't.
You're trying to put your hooks into your Uncle Renato.
I was just gonna say I'm sorry. I didn't want to use a jiu-jitsu thing, but I feel like you think I'm trying to put my hooks into you.
You're trying to put the hooks, but if you're not careful, you're gonna get the third hook. Caralho. You gotta be careful.
Does it have a hook?
Because I'm a grown man, porra, and I'm made of flesh and blood. I know.
Miley's talking about the Chinese restaurant. You're right. It's in the movie. Somebody OG said it was Glengarry from Foo's Gone Wild. Acai is for closers. You're right.
That's true. Acai is for closer. Put that coffee down. Yeah, I fucking love that shit. Oh, that movie.
I know it's like literally now I'm literally gonna have to go watch it because that's all I can think of right
Richard
now.
Homer is something else.
Okay, so my other part of that is though when the guy comes in and he's like, but he's all upset because he's like, yeah, no, my wife, like, you know, I can't buy this thing. You know what I mean? And like the way he's so defeated, and so I feel he plays that character so well of the defeated man.
And the way Richard Homer works on him when he sees that, he goes, I know why you married her. It's one of the reasons. It's prudence. But let me tell you something. You know what I mean? And he's like, I didn't, you know, like he's like, let's go for a. I gotta leave. I can't talk to you right now. Yeah, but the line of bullshit that he and Shelly the Machine, hunt on that fucking guy. Yeah. With when he goes and when I do this, I gotta catch a flight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the other one is like he's like, and then I pointed. And I said, "Get the cup." You know, when he's
telling the whole story
about
he said,
selling the Patels.
Sign the contract.
And he's like, the Patels, Patel. Oh yeah, they take everything. Like they take every meeting and they don't buy anything. You know what I mean? You're like,
yeah. And then when they tried to give Richard Homer the fucking Patel, he goes, "Howardam Patel." He goes, "What is this from your nostalgia file?" He said, "If you would have given the god Shiva and Vishnu and had them sign it, they would not sign." Howardam Patel.
I need the Glengarry leads. Yeah. I need the good leads. Ed Harris talking about those Glengarry leads.
It's the best. Yeah. And he's like, fuck the machine. Fuck the machine. That machine. Yeah, fuck the machine. That, you know, Shelly the Machine. Everybody's perfect in that fucking movie. And didn't they? You said you saw the play. Now, didn't they hide that character, that fucking steam-sealing performance of Alec Baldwin? That didn't even exist in the play. Now that they made that
I don't
for
think
the
it's
movie.
really in there. Yeah, I think they wrote that for him. But I feel like when I saw it, I think I saw Alan Alda or somebody in it. Like,
I'd
have to look back and see when I saw this. Yeah, I saw this in like early 2000s or something. Anyway, it was like. It's sad that I can't remember who's in, but I just remember The Office that, like, on Broadway, the way they recreated The Office.
Well, it's basically a Broadway show, the fucking movie. I mean, it just takes place in a couple locations, you know? You don't need that much.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is interesting, Renato. Vincent Vega said something. We need to watch classic movies and do commentary.
Okay. I mean, that's easy for you all going out for.
Well, that's